The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Внимание, внимание.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
As the young kids will say, licked.
Ripped down the line and a fair ball into the left field corner. Kim can absolutely fly, so he's got the green light. He comes home, and it's an RBI double for Kike Hernandez. Welcome back, number 8.
Come on. Boom, bam, bam, yeah. Ding, da, bam, oh, we are back. 7:02, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show begins on this 26th of May, 2026.
Really?
Sedano is off.
Oh, yeah.
And look who's here.
Oh, yeah.
Geeter, what's your middle name?
Joseph.
Geeter Joseph McGee.
No, it's Arthur, actually.
Right.
Oh,
everybody is Arthur.
Right. But I like Geeter having a different one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Geeter
Joey. Geeter Joe.
Geeter Joe.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show begins. Sedano is traveling. Geeter McGee sitting in. Cappy's in studio. Geeter's in studio.
Oh, yes.
Gregory Arthur Bergman, producer Lindsay Baseball. Timothy Johnson in the back. TJ.
Got the Homish book in the house today.
Mine is Dad.
Mine is Dad. You know, as Sedano always says, when he's on vacation, and I wouldn't call today a vacation day necessarily, a little travel day, but as Sedano says, you guys can talk all the schwans you want when I'm not here. We do have a lot to talk about today. Obviously, big news coming out of the Lakers this weekend with a big hire. I don't know how exciting it is, but it's certainly newsworthy.
Listen, anytime somebody hires a rocket scientist, that's
Literally,
exciting.
Yes.
A rocket scientist.
Right. So we got that. We'll get to Bergie. I know we got a lot of Dodger talk today.
Really good weekend for the Dodgers.
Very good weekend.
Starting to win some series.
The Dodgers.
And beating quality teams. I wouldn't call Colorado one of those, but San Diego prior and then Milwaukee. These are good wins. Good series wins.
Absolutely.
Cappy, didn't it all start with the Angels, though? I mean, you talk about get right medicine.
Yeah, right.
That started everything.
By the way, how about the fire? I was traveling this weekend, but I kept abreast on the Fire Artie chants happening at Angels Stadium.
Oh, man. It's awesome.
They were out there.
And but by the way, Artie Moreno, to his credit, one thing about him is he's a very smart business guy. And think about it. He could have sold this team a while ago. Why would you sell a team until you see what the market does for you? And you see the Padres get sold for nearly $4 billion. You're like, you know what? I'll wait that out. I'll wait. I will eventually sell, but I'm going to wait until, those guys just sold for $4 billion? What might we be worth?
And you can chant and you can cheer and you can heckle me all you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll take that $4 billion.
And more.
And more.
And he bought it for $184 million.
That
over the weekend was the anniversary of when he did it in 2002.
Right after the World Series?
Yeah, 2003, right after the World Series.
Hey, but the beer prices are really, really low. So, okay.
$184 million.
Turning it into
23 years
$4 billion.
He's got that much money, and they still got rats in the stadium. What's up with that?
And possums.
Hey, we got a lot of money. We got rats walking around here all day long.
We do.
Geeter, that's a joke on our teammates. They like to talk on.
By the way, Bergie, I thought maybe the most impressive part of the Dodgers last night, forget about the seventh inning and the big comeback, and it was a good challenge by Shohei at first, right, when he hit it. Looked like he was going to hit into a double play. But,
I mean, it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
right. I don't know what the first base umpire was thinking.
But Emmett Sheehan getting hit in the arm.
Early.
Right, and it was right above the L.A. patch on his right arm, and that's his pitching arm.
Right.
So to get a comebacker at 100 miles an hour, hit you in the arm/shoulder, and then you just are like, no, I'm good. I'll go right back to work. That, to me, was like the most impressive part of the whole night.
Yeah, last night, definitely. But this was a weekend of resilience from the pitchers.
Yeah.
You saw it on Friday with Wrobleski, where he got lit up in the first inning, and then he went through somehow made it through 5 innings, shut it down. And then Roki had a tough first. He gave up 3 in the first inning, and he then shut them down the rest of the way. Or actually, and we gave up another one in the next inning. But either way, really good outing from Roki to come back from that, and then Sheehan doing the exact same thing, basically.
Their recipe, and it works so well, is if those starters can get you 6 innings, and they are just set up for 7, 8, 9, that's when they're at their best. And that's what I think Sheehan, he gained so much respect in that clubhouse.
Yeah.
And Doc talked about it after the game.
Yeah.
Like, most people are out. He's like, no, I'm staying in.
Yeah,
If you look at Tyler Glasnow, you think Tyler Glasnow is staying in that game? Absolutely not.
Tyler Glasnow gets hit in the shoulder like that. He's like, ow, my back hurts.
I'm done for 3 months.
All right, we'll get to Dodger talk, obviously, coming up. Bergie's on the way with a lot more in-depth Dodger talk. But, Geeter, I must ask you, this past weekend, the story coming out of the Lakers, as we're still, into the NBA. Last night, the Knicks pulled the sweep on Cleveland. By the way, Linz, your Cavaliers, last night I'm watching this game, and it's the third quarter, and they're down by 100.
Why?
And
Why were you still watching it?
That's what I was asking myself. Why am I still watching this game?
Did you see when Chuck put up the definition of quit?
I did
and
not
he said
see.
that's what the
they
Cavs are doing.
quit after the end of game one.
But think about it. Like, I'm watching this game, and I'm going, why am I watching this game, number one? Were you watching it?
It's funny. I was flipping back. We had Dodgers on, right? Then you got there's an NHL game on, right? Canadians
Yes.
and that was a good. But still, you go back to the train wreck that was the Cavs Knicks. I kept doing it too.
I looked at the crowd and said, why am I watching on television? Why are they still there? And then I realized, the reason that they're still there is because it's all Knicks fans.
Yeah.
Like, they took that place over.
Dominated.
For as many times as I have to hear from people about the 49er fans taking over SoFi Stadium, I go, wait a second. That's a playoff game. Yeah. You're fighting for your playoff lives, and the Knicks fans took over your house.
Everyone quit. That's what Cleveland did.
Yeah.
Lindsay knows.
Linz?
I said it after game one.
Yeah. Yep.
I said it's going to go one of two ways. They're either going to use this as a springboard to be like, oh, man, look what they did to us. We got to come back, and we're going to kick their asses. Or they're just going to lay down and die. And they lay down and died because they suck.
Well, just think about it. Go ask their coach, Kenny Atkinson.
Well, you should play the Kenny Atkinson sound.
Did they win these games, Kenny?
Wait,
let's play the
ask
Kenny
him.
Atkinson
Okay.
sound. Head coach of the Cavs after the game.
This was after game 3.
Analytically, I think we've won the I said 3 out of 3. We're 2 out of 3 in the expected. I don't know if you guys follow that. There's like an expected score, and we won 2 out of the 3. And I know you're looking confused, but there is really, if you believe in process and all that, like, man, take that layer. I know I don't throw that on them. I see it for myself. We have this feeling, then I can go to our analytical table and be like, man, we are. And I think last night it was, the expected score was like 1 point or 2. Us shooting way below expected, them shooting way over. And I know no one wants to hear that. I think you guys like hearing it. I know, general public, no one wants to hear it. Everyone's outcome based. And yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, that usually is how it works in sports.
Cappy, are you a Sergeant Holka fan?
Sergeant Holka.
You remember Stripes?
I love Sergeant Holka. He's our new big toe.
There was one. I mean, that's what Sergeant Holka says, son, there ain't no draft no more.
Yeah, right.
And Cruiser says there was one.
Yeah,
I mean, nothing makes sense.
The guys in the car club called him the Cruiser. That's exactly right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's like, they don't want to. You guys do. The media's probably looking at him like, we have no idea actually what you're talking about.
Yeah. You're going to talk to us about winning analytic games rather than winning the final score?
The real highlight, the real one. I mean, that was really bad after the sweep last night.
I'll tell you what didn't help was losing those 2 game 6s. Haven't been in this, kind of a long time and seen this before. I think you have to take advantage of those opportunities. And the way the scheduling's set up in the league, and that's a whole nother topic I could go off on. You get on a hectic schedule, and that's not to say, we win those games. We beat the Knicks. I'm not saying that, but I think it gives us a better chance. But I think the density of the frequency of the games, with it never had 2 days rest, the whole deal. Played a part in it. Definitely, I'm not going to say that's the reason we lost, but we would have had a better chance. I think we win. We take care of business in those game 6s. I think that's stuff. If I have one regret, 2 regrets, I guess you'd say.
Whose fault is that?
Well,
that's immaturity. That's your squad that came out flat in game 6 against Detroit.
how about take some accountability, coach?
Honestly, it has nothing to do with the game 6s, in my opinion. And I understand what he's doing, and I understand the spin and the sell as a coach, and you want to take some accountability. He's just throwing out BS, right? But you're up 22 with 7 minutes left in game 1. That's where this series was lost. Mm-hmm. But as a Laker fan, and there are no moral victories, But at least you can watch your team, Cappy, in Game 4 against OKC, and you should lose by 30, but you battle to the very end. As a fan, you can walk away feeling a little bit proud about your team, the respect. Hey, we didn't go out like chumps. We swung back. They were the better team, but we went down until the very last second. Or you can go the other way and quit. And that's what happened. No fight, quit. To me, there's nothing to be proud of there. Yes, Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in the non-LeBron era since he was there, but it doesn't mean anything, Cappy, if you're going to go out like that.
Yeah, and listen, if you want to say, hey, look, we had to fight really hard against Toronto, and we had to fight really hard against Detroit, and we had to go to Game 7 in both of those series, and because we played 14 games prior to getting to the conference finals, and because there aren't a lot of days off and our bodies are beaten up, I mean, I can buy that to a certain degree, but you had opportunities to take care of business in both of those series, and you would have had more time off, and you wouldn't have had to have played these Game 7s. That is Kenny Atkinson. That is world-class excuse-making.
And
right
Lindsay,
there.
you think he'll be fired?
100%.
He better be.
He was going to be fired before the playoffs started, I think. He just he does not.
Usually, Lindsay, if you get to the conference finals, you
No, yeah,
are
but
pretty
no.
much safe. But
No,
if
no,
you
no.
lose that way and say these ridiculous things, there's no way that if he's not fired today, what is Dan Gilbert doing?
Well, Dan Gilbert had quite a tweet afterwards.
We're going to dig deep.
He said he's going to dig deep.
Yeah.
When you're going to dig deep, someone's losing their job.
Or someone's
Didn't
coming.
they just fire J.B. Bickerstaff?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, who they were at the bottom of the league and went to the playoffs, and they were hurt. Donovan Mitchell did not play. They still went 5 with Boston. Who won the NBA championship? You move on from J.B. Now Kenny is here, and he gets to the Eastern Conference Finals, but he's not your guy?
Hey, how do you
That's
feel
a
about
problem inside the organization if that happens.
He doesn't. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing though. Like he never did figure
Well-
out a good rotation once they got James Harden.
But Lindsay, I think he's also just giving you every excuse in the book so he doesn't come out and say, you know what, our guys sucked. Our guys panicked. Our guys choked. They weren't ready. They're not mature enough. He's not going to do that.
How
So
do
he's
you
going to talk about Game 6s from a month ago.
And analytics.
How do you feel about Donovan Mitchell as your superstar and getting blown out like
He's
that?
a phony baloney.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Because to get blown out like that, that's going to be your guy? That's your superstar?
Well, who are you going to count on? James Harden?
No, listen, nobody was ever counting on James Harden. I still agree with the trade, and I liked the trade when it happened, only because Darius Garland probably wouldn't have played in any of the playoff games anyway, because, like he said, he was playing on 9 toes. But if you want to go back to, my dad, for example, diehard Cavs fan who just can't get over these type of things, he texted me this morning, the only way I will ever, ever, ever follow the Cavaliers game again is if they get LeBron back. Otherwise, I watch them out of my brain forever. LeBron, as a player coach, they can pay him coach's money and players' money. I mean, that's how desperate we are now.
Well, okay, hold on a second, because Geeter said it. When you watch these things, like I watch Oklahoma City and in San Antonio, and all I think about, Geeter, is how will the Lakers ever be able to get over on teams like these?
That's the puzzle.
Right. There just aren't 7-foot, 4-inch guys growing all over the world that can play athletically the way Wembanyama can. And even if you wanted the poor man's version of Wemby, you look at Chet Holmgren. Where do you find guys like that? In fact, I think about, okay, the Knicks have just won. They've got plenty of rest time. San Antonio and Oklahoma City are going to beat each other up over these next, call it 2 or 3 games. When they face off, it really, for me, comes down to Karl Anthony Towns from the Knicks, 7 feet, 250, against one of those 2 big guys. The Lakers have to be able to find a guy that can compete with those guys. But here's the other part. We keep talking about team and how the Lakers seem to every year keep changing out components to their team. You look at the New York Knicks and how long it's taken them to grow to this point and how they've made adjustments to their roster. But think about this. When you've got a guy like Jalen Brunson, and on the same team as Jalen Brunson, you've got Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. What do those 3 guys all have in common? They won national championships together at Villanova. So it's not as if those guys are, hey, I'm playing with him for the first time. These guys have known each other and known each other's games for years. Now, it's very hard, obviously, to find 3 guys that are national champions that can all be on the same NBA roster. But team building and keeping a group together and watching it grow, that's what I think about when I think about the future of the Lakers.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that, though, in this day and age. It's about winning now, and everyone's afraid to kind of fail. And when you fail, it's got to fire the coach or you got to trade and start all over again. I actually give the Knicks a lot of credit, and I can't believe that they are now the benchmark one of the benchmarks along with the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference. They used to be a mess, but they have done it the right way. Free agency, trades, building, a little bit in the draft. Like, they are kind of like, they're underneath the Spurs and OKC, but I can't wait to see what they do. And you're right. It's the continuity.
That was a good point, Cappy.
It really was.
Greg,
good point, huh?
He's been going to the Greg Bergman School of Contest.
I am. I'm working on my master's degree.
It's 7:16. You know what you could have done in those 16 minutes? Well, you could have gone and seen our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm wearing my Valvoline Instant Oil Change hat.
Sharp.
Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you.
Nice. Nicely done. Hey, I want to just take a quick little, I'm going to call a 30-second timeout here, because we started off a little Dodger talk, which we'll get to. Then we kind of jumped into the NBA, and then it turned into all this Kenny Atkins and stuff. But Geeter made a reference, and I just want to make sure everybody here got it, because I'm concerned that I'm the only person that did. Geeter talked about Sergeant Hulka. Does everybody here know? Okay,
no, I didn't
Chris
get
is
it.
already.
No, I didn't get it. And
I love the movie.
I usually get old school references.
Yeah,
but
Stripes was the movie with Bill Murray.
Oh.
Nothing. You got nothing on Stripes.
I mean,
no.
Like,
if I said to you, give me one line from the movie Stripes.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the movie?
I've never seen it
It's a
either.
great movie.
Okay, there's one
I can
line.
give you a line, but I can't say it because it's all curse words.
Okay, because I would think that anybody who doesn't even know the movie knows one line and one line only. Do you know what? You know the line, right?
I'm thinking of Bill Murray line.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the fact, Jack.
That's the fact.
That's
okay.
the
Well,
fact,
I know
Jack.
that, Joe.
Right.
That line.
Because that was like one of the most famous lines of the entire movie. But when you bring up the story about Sergeant Hulka and how the guys in the car club called him the Cruiser, and he just joined the Army because he didn't want to be drafted into the Army. I mean, you got to remember John Candy's sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
You know, I joined because, the doctor told me that I swallowed a lot of, aggression as a young kid.
Along with a lot of pizzas.
Right. And only you and me, by the way, think this is funny.
I noticed when I said there was one, because that's what my buddies and I always do. When, like, no one makes sense and you're just like, the guy is absolutely rambling like Kenny was. There was one.
Yeah.
But I could tell the reference.
Nobody.
That's fine.
In fact, sometimes I'll say something like, you know what? I'm feeling like I'm officer material today. I'm walking tall. I'm looking good. These are lines from the movie Stripes. And unfortunately, nobody's getting it.
You know what that means? The 80s were a long time ago.
Right, and it means that you and me are the old guys now.
I know.
I don't understand how it happened.
I know. Fletch, Vacation, Stripes, they're a thing of the
All
past.
of them.
I know Fletch. I've seen Fletch.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because there's like a lot of, Laker LA.
Wedding Crashers and, those kind of movies are now 20-something years.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, gosh.
Anchorman. Yeah.
You know, How Bizarre by OMC, remember that song in the 90s?
Yeah.
Is being used in a commercial. The song's 30 years old.
30?
30 years old, 1996, 97.
Wow.
Catchy tune, though.
It was a catchy.
Yeah.
The music video was great.
Yeah.
I'm going to say right now, for anybody who's listening who does not know the movie Stripes, that's one you got to go back and take a look at.
You got to keep doing Stripes
Well,
all
'cause
morning?
Harold Ramis is amazing. I mean, he's incredible.
We get
in
it,
that
Ken.
movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Stripes.
He's an amazing.
Ghostbusters, everybody.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
I mean, that's the fact, Jack. Anyway,
Knicks.
This all started with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Right. And so the Lakers make a move over the weekend.
Yep.
And I love this whole storyline, this headline. The Lakers hire a rocket scientist.
Yes.
And I of course had never heard of this gentleman before. It's not like his name is every day in my realm. Didn't know who he was. When I looked at his resume and I saw where his career, not in basketball, where his career started, and in the aeronautics industry.
Unlike the two of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing. And then somebody says, you know what? This guy's such a smart guy. And this is what's happening in all of sports, but in the NBA in particular. All these kids now want to be analytic experts.
Yeah.
And they've all got their own way of looking at. And even this soundbite we were playing from Kenny Atkinson, he's not even worried about 108 to 105. He's worried about what predictive scores might be.
Analytically, we won 2 of those games.
It's amazing. So the guy that the Lakers hired, I had not, and I'm willing to admit this stuff. A lot of people try and make it seem like they know everything about everything. I didn't know who Rohan Ramadas. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how his background in aeronautics and rocket science was somehow found by somebody and converted into the NBA.
Yeah.
And then he's in New Orleans, where they're terrible organizationally. So while I'm impressed,
but have had some good draft picks.
Agreed. So while I'm impressed with the resume and the background, I'm also, and I understand what the Lakers are trying to do to their front office. I also have to admit to everybody, like, I didn't know who this guy was. I didn't know how his background was converted into the NBA. But if the Lakers, Geeter, are going to modernize their front office, they got to have guys that How could an organization like New Orleans have somebody like this in their front office and the Lakers did not?
I think you hit it on the head. And Bergie, this will hit home with him. Dodgerification.
Yep.
I mean, you are building out your infrastructure. You are building your front office. You just used a great word, modernizing, right? Like the Lakers are building pieces around Rob Pelinka, around, Lon Rosen has his side of the staff, right? All those people are coming together, and you need more than one or two guys. And that's when if you go to the Dodger page and you look up front office, assistant general manager, it goes on and on and on. There's 10 guys, right? Everyone behind the scenes, but working together. And that's where, when the Mark Walter Group bought the Lakers, I think everyone got excited. Like, there are rules, there are hard caps, there are second aprons. You can't just buy Shohei Ohtani, right? But what you can do is you can make your organization so good at the top in terms of first class and the way it's run and all those little things that people might not see. That's how you start to win and build. And that's what they're doing. And this guy's a smart guy. He's going to be in charge of the analytics, in charge of helping with the draft, that kind of stuff. Strategy
that
building.
was good. You like that?
I thought that
Geeter
was
really good.
Geeter was rolling right there.
Yeah,
that's right. And I think I
think he woke up other things this morning for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
And I appreciate the fact that you like the word modernization, because Dodgerization or Dodgerification, I like that. We're just getting rolling, man.
Things are awake, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
7:23, good morning. Yes, yes. Yes.
I will say I understood your kind of the wake-up thing that you've been talking about.
I don't need to over-explain it.
I
Not like you explained the movie Stripes.
Oh, no, it's a good movie. In fact, a really good movie. You need to see it.
Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Tune in to Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals tonight, starting at 5:30 p.m. on ESPN LA 710 or on the ESPN LA app and crystal clear digital audio. Spurs, Thunder, both tied. No, they're tied at 2 games apiece. Who will win? ... Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit Pechanga.com for more information when we return in 3 minutes. Time to whip out Bergie's Oregon on a Monday. Talk some Dodgers baseball on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
I know we just had a 3-day weekend, but I was wondering how to extend it into 7. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
There's a casita or daybed with your name on it at Oasis Pool. Reserve one today.
Number 2.
Catch AC/DC tribute band Noise Pollution Thursday, June 4th, free with your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Manitou Cruise pontoon boat. Be here May 31st, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Stunad.
This World Cup season, the ultimate watch party experience is at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow-braised quesabirria, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
That is a steamroll demolition motorboat.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
You're a grown-ass man. Do whatever you want.
Back to the guys.
727, good morning. 30 years ago. How is that possible? ONC, how bizarre. How bizarre.
Is it better now, Morales, than it
No,
was then?
It was better then.
It was better then?
I mean, I was a kid, though.
Yeah.
I would never have known the name of this group.
I used to think that they were saying, how was I?
I can hear it. I see it.
Yeah.
And then I saw it on MTV, and I saw the name of the song, and I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Think about that. We used to watch music videos on MTV.
Yeah.
Now we watch them on YouTube in seconds.
By the way, lived for it. Like,
yeah.
Come home from school, fire up.
Then complained about it when they
There was
stopped playing
VJs.
videos.
Remember the
Right.
VJs?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the original
Right.
VJs?
Yeah.
Theo was one of them. Theo.
Who?
Theo.
Theo.
Who used to be an afternoon drive guy here in LA on the
yeah?
radio.
I think of the old school guys. I think of
Marsha
Mark
Quinn?
Martha Quinn.
Martha
Quinn.
Martha
Sorry.
Quinn.
Yep, thank you.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
Love downtown.
She's on
Brown.
Sirius
Julie
still.
Brown, yep.
She
Yeah.
exposed, she was there when Millie Vanilli got exposed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark Goodman. You guys
Mark
remember
Goodman.
Mark
That's
Goodman?
who I was thinking of, Mark Goodman.
Alan. What was Alan, the blonde-haired dude who did like
Alan Shipman.
Alan Massengale?
No, not him.
OG.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, old school. Yeah, but then we all started complaining about, like, what happened to MTV? They
Yeah.
stopped playing videos.
Well, YouTube, I mean.
Video
Yeah.
Killed the Radio Star, I believe, was the first
It was
video
the
ever
first video.
played on MTV.
Now, were
Alan
you
Hunter.
What now?
Alan Hunter.
Alan
Alan
Hunter.
Hunter.
Oh, great call.
Right, Alan Hunter. And
Were,
then,
were you a Beavis and Butthead guy?
Yeah, that's Beavis and Butthead guy, for sure. I mean,
I just
I had
watched,
a
like,
time in high school where I like to
I just
maybe
watched,
sit
like,
back
2
on the
episodes.
couch and eat Doritos and watch Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
You
And
just watched 2 episodes?
I think I watched, like, 2 episodes of Beavis and
The
Butthead
old
recently.
Beavis and Butthead or the
Like,
new
no,
one?
No, the original
Okay.
old schoolers.
And you felt good about it held up?
Something happened where I think I told you guys this. I was staying in an Airbnb recently.
Yeah.
And when you go to an Airbnb and you go to use the television in Airbnb, you have all your different, streaming platforms, but you have to put in your, credentials. And of course, A, I don't know my passwords to anything. And B, I don't want to put in my passwords in an Airbnb because I'm going to leave and I'm going to forget to log out. And then people are going to use my stuff, right? So I used like the Roku, and then it says on Roku live TV. And live TV is not really live TV. So I was flipping and flipping channels, and I found Beavis and Butthead, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to stop on this.
And you locked in.
And I locked in,
Yeah.
and I was like, why did I ever watch this?
Because it was amazing at the time.
At the time, but now
But
it's
it still
so bad.
kind of holds up. No, it holds up.
But when you were watching it in the past, were you high?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's
right. But
part of it.
But I kept thinking to myself,
Quack, quack.
we all thought.
Yeah, the kids know.
The kids know.
like whoever A, wrote and performed this.
Yeah.
Mike Judge.
Yeah.
Mike Judge.
I was like,
Office Space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went on to King of the Hill.
Where's my stapler?
I know that reference. I know that
Built the
reference.
building.
Yes.
I don't know Stripes, but I know Office
Lighten
Space.
Up Francis was what we were talking about.
Lighten
during
Up
the break.
Francis is an all-time great Stripes line, and you should watch the movie.
I'm going to, but you know what I'm going to watch right now?
Tell me.
I'm going to turn around in my chair
Yes.
and watch Gregory Arthur Bergman.
Do his
He's going to
thing.
wake things up, too, I think, for
Arthur.
me.
Kid's middle name is Arthur.
We now do it each weekday.
Or
at-
Adam.
Such a strong name.
Yeah, thank you. Each weekday morning at 7:30, we whip out Bergie's organ and do the Blue Review. Bergie, you can watch him. Watch, what the hell did we do? Oh, the Blue Review is
Blue Review.
Hey guys, I had a few days off.
And he had a stroke a year and a half ago.
3 strokes.
3 strokes. Don't forget about
Weekdays at 6:30 a.m. The Blue Review presented by LAX on our YouTube channel.
What's the name of that show?
With Greg Bergman and Marcus Grant. But at 7:30 in the morning, right after he's fresh off the Blue Review, he whips out the organ and talks Dodgers baseball. Take it away, Bergie.
Hell of a weekend for the Dodgers when they remember, you were talking about the Angels earlier, Geeter, and that it was a cure for the soul, and it kind of worked that way because since the Dodgers have lost 4 in a row they lost to the Braves and they lost to the San Francisco Giants. They lost 4 in a row. Since then, they're 12-2, and that had the Angels, it had the Giants, it had
Padres,
and then Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And in that 12-2 time, they have started to score runs usually later on in innings. They're starting to get guys on base. So you're seeing them consistently getting 10 to 15 guys on base in basically every single game. Now, you're not going to bring them around all the time, but the fact is that they're getting these guys on base, and eventually those guys are going to come home. You're going to find grass. You're going to get a single, a double, something, or if it's Kyle Tucker's case, triples in back-to-back games. So,
I like the fine grass line. Very baseball-y.
Yeah, fine grass.
Bergie, I was thinking about you last night. I almost texted you because I started to look back to what you just were referencing, right? They lost those first 2 games to the Giants, then won the next 2, so they even that series. Now they've won 3 series in a row.
Yep.
If they just split with Colorado in these next 2, they win 4 series in a row. And you look every single year, this is what they start to do. They'll put together winning 7, 8, 9 series in a row.
Yep.
Going 2-1, 3-1, whatever it is. And that separates them. And you're already starting to see it. That's why this team is so good.
It happens every year, right around this time, May,
Win
June.
series.
They go on a 40, 50 game stretch. They'll lose less than 10 games, and that happens at least once a year. It feels like, and this seems like it's going to be that time because they did it. It wasn't just the Angels. It was against the Padres, who have one of the best bullpens and pitching staff in all of baseball, and they got to them. They got to Mason Miller. Then you go to Milwaukee. Well, they have a really good pitching staff, and they're also a scrappy team that just gets on base and are frustrating to play against. And they won that series, and by putting up runs on Saturday and Sunday, and now you have the Rockies. But they are starting to do all the little things that make this team so great, and it's nice to see.
And also, when you start to get guys back, now here it goes. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to say it, but before I even say it, you guys will probably beat me to it. When you get a guy back like a Kike Hernandez. You know what Kike is?
Heart and soul.
That's exactly right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for being with me, Guido.
Yeah.
He's a heart and soul guy.
Glue.
Right. And that's what he is.
Crowd loves him.
And, he
Heart,
gets back.
guts, grit.
And he performs.
He performs. He went 2 for 2 yesterday before he got taken out, but he had an RBI. He brought in Hesong Kim.
And by the way, the place went crazy when...
Of course.
And you watch the dugout, every guy on his team. I mean, those people are so important when it comes to like a championship makeup of a squad.
So because he came up, Santiago Espinal was DFA'd, so he is no longer on the team. If nobody picks him up, they can put him back into the minor league system, but probably someone will pick him up. But now that kind of is starting to... Tommy Edman is supposed to go on a rehab assignment by the end of this week.
I can't believe how long this has been.
But
really long.
I mean, I forgot. I mean, he's such a big part of what they do and such a clutch performer. I mean, he hasn't even played yet.
And when he even got here, when he got traded to the Dodgers, he was damaged goods.
Right.
His
ankles have been a problem for years.
Right. But yet you've seen his postseason performance, and you want him back, but it's taken a really long time. I mean, both he and Blake Snell did not start the season with the team, and Snell came back, obviously,
loose
right
bodies.
away, get hurt.
Always loose bodies.
Surgery right away. But Tommy Edman, it's taken a long time.
He is, but that's good. Like, take your time. Take as much time as you need so you can be healthy later on. But when he comes back, that's going to start putting a little bit of you're healthy. You're getting back to full strength, but that means somebody like Hesong Kim probably going to get put back down into AAA and put in the minors.
That's unfortunate, by the way, because that young brother right there, that guy can work the base paths.
He can. When he's on base.
Yeah.
He doesn't get on base very often is the problem.
But when he is, man, he does damage on the bases.
Hey, Berg, you know how like NBA fans, everyone's starting to hate OKC because they're winning and they just have abundance of riches and the depth and all the draft picks.
Of course.
It's nice to be on the other side of it.
Absolutely.
And be a Dodger fan where the depth is an absolute joke.
Well,
it's crazy how deep they are at every single position. If someone goes down, you have somebody else that's going to come. It doesn't matter if it's in the bullpen, if it's in the starting rotation, if it's in the lineup. It doesn't matter. There's always 2-3 guys waiting to come.
I mean, every team's got a couple of great starters, 3. The Dodgers are running 7 guys out there.
Right. Over and over again.
And the other part of it is, I said this to Bergie last week, Geeter. I was like, the Dodgers are insurmountable. That's what Oklahoma City looked like until they're now tied at 2 games apiece against San Antonio. But they've got so much depth, and they've got, instead of 5 guys, they've got 12 guys.
Yep.
And it was earlier in the season, Joe Buck was doing a broadcast for ESPN, and Dalton Rushing hit a home run. And Joe Buck said, America is looking, going, they got another guy.
Another one.
That's what the Dodgers have.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It doesn't guarantee you a championship, right? But over the long haul, you're going to win. Just like Bergie was talking about, they will start to separate, and they will win their division, and they will be in the hunt. It doesn't mean you win the World Series, because anything can happen in a series, right? But they're going to be there, and they're going to be there for a long time.
Look at the World Series last year. They had to have 11 things go right.
Yeah, right.
And could not every single one of them had to go right.
And the miracle of all miracles was when the ball got stuck underneath the fence, and they're like, oh, wait, stop,
By the way, the last time we saw Kike was Pajes just absolutely dunking on him.
Yes.
Right.
That's the last time we saw Kike, really, right? Now he's back, and it's just awesome to have him back.
So it's not all good things right now for the Dodgers, though. But you have a guy in Mookie Betts who has been struggling mightily since he has come back.
Mm-hmm.
He is back to pop-up Mookie, where just everything is in the air. So we were talking about it on the Blue Review with Marcus Grant and myself. We were talking
Weekdays at 6:30 a.m.
Thank you.
The name of the show is Blue Review, by the way.
Blue Review, presented by
Right.
LAX.
This is Bergie's organ. That was Blue Review.
Yeah.
I'll show you Bergie's organ. I got pictures.
I think that's my choice. But he's been
quack, kids.
Yeah. He's been struggling a lot at the plate, where he is popping the ball up a lot. The team itself has an overall mentality right now to get the ball in the air, put the ball in the air, because they were grounding out consistently for a while. When they were going through that 4-game losing streak, everything was on the ground. Double play, double play, double play. And so they started to put the ball in the air. Mookie, I think, is just doing it a little bit too much. Maybe he has to kind of level his swing out a little bit and stop with the uppercut a little bit to get him to get a ball to actually, like you like to hear, touch grass, find grass.
But are you concerned? Like, I just feel like I'm not. We're in a place where there's just no reason to doubt or panic. I mean,
so there's a couple of things there, Geeter. It's the second spot in the lineup has been a house of horrors for anybody that's in there. Kyle Tucker struggled mightily in there. Mookie's now struggling a lot there. Freddie Freeman was struggling in that 2 spot. So something's going on in that 2 spot. But the other thing is, this is a trend for Mookie over the last 4 years. It has consistently gone every single year, drop. And now he has an OPS around 600, which is the lowest of his career, and especially his career with the Dodgers. So, yes, I am starting to get a little bit concerned, and it's to the point where maybe he has to drop even further in the lineup. I mean, maybe something like Teoscar Hernandez dropped all the way to the 8th spot.
And then he had 6 RBIs?
Yeah, exactly. So he started to hit. Andy Pajes is in the 7th spot, and he is hitting the hell out of the ball. So I think maybe moving him to a space where he can see better pitches might be better for him to kind of figure itself out and then be brought up.
But I understand, Geeter, why you're saying there shouldn't really be any panic. Because when you think about it, the Dodgers won yesterday. It was their 18th comeback win of the season. They've won 34 games. It was their 18th comeback win
already.
And so in the 7th inning, when they're down and you're starting to think to yourself, come on, man, really? All of a sudden, the right challenge, right? Because it looked like Ohtani had hit into a double play. And then didn't Mookie line? He popped out to left field, which was a sack fly.
And,
so even
and
though
Shohei went from first to second,
right,
which was
that
huge.
was a huge play.
And they threw home, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he saw it.
Close at home. Mm-hmm. That's right. And Shohei tagged up at first, which was a great play.
Yep.
So everything kind of went right. The challenge at first, where he wasn't double played, then tagging up to get to second, putting himself in scoring position, and then moving along the bases, and Mookie gets the RBI.
Right. Yeah. So they're going to get your bullpen. That's the way that they're built. They're going to wear you out. They're going to wear out the starter so they knock them out in the 5th or 6th inning, and then they're going to get your bullpen.
Bergie, as a fan, is there anything better than seeing your star Shohei do this? He has carte blanche.
Yeah.
If he wants the challenge.
Yep, you're absolutely allowed to. Certain people are allowed to.
Yeah.
Certain people are not. Shohei can do whatever he wants.
Because when guys in the NBA want a challenge, I'm like, please don't listen to him. He's lying.
Hey, Dalton Connect, you can't say that. Don't circle your finger, Dalton Connect.
The best thing is seeing Shohei say challenge. The worst thing is when Freddie gets on base, and he did in that 7th inning as well, because he hit the ball off the right field wall. Watching Freddie Freeman, who I adore, his on-base dance that everybody does, the whole thing. His is the one.
Well, isn't it?
It's him. It's him.
I know, but
That's
it's
the whole point.
It's
His
horrible.
thing.
It's horrible. It's
Or
so
You know
bad.
what? The Padre fan in you is
It's
coming out
no,
right
no,
now.
no,
It is. Yeah, it is.
I love the guy. Listen, I don't mind it when Shohei does it. I don't mind when any of those guys do. Just when Freddie
It's
does
so
it for whatever
annoying.
reason.
I do get annoyed by it. I got to be
so
honest.
Weird.
They're
It just
making
doesn't
fun of
look good.
Freddie, though.
I
They're
have a lot
making
of
fun of
friends
him.
I have a lot of
Yeah.
friends that hate it too.
Yeah.
They're Dodger fans.
Yeah.
But I just
mean, listen, nobody really wants to say it because everybody loves the Dodgers and everybody loves Freddie. And how do you not love the guy? But his on-base thing, it just looks so bad when he does it.
All right. So the last thing that I have, the third thing for Burgers Oregon is Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor has retired. Well, he retired, then he unretired, and then he officially retired. So Chris Taylor, after 12 great seasons, I would say were very good seasons.
Nice career.
We had a nice career for the Mariners and for the Dodgers. The Dodger fans love him. He's my doppelganger. People say I look very much like Chris Taylor. But he did a lot of great things, but huge catches in the outfield. I think it was 2016 or 2017 against the Brewers when he had a diving catch to rob Christian Yelich of a ball that actually helped them get to the World Series. He had a huge home runs against the Cardinals. Everything. Chris Taylor just was one of those guys, like Kike Hernandez type of guy that can play everywhere. Postseason clutch. Great career for Chris Taylor.
Berg, I actually had a T-shirt. Chris Taylor with the number 3. That was my college number. But you know what I remember? I think he led off the Astros World Series with an absolute bomb.
Yeah.
And I always loved that about him. He was a gamer.
No, he was great. And so very happy for a great career. He also has 3 rings, so good for him.
I was happy for him, too, because I was like, you know what? At this stage of your career, at this age, you don't want to be stuck in AAA. AAA is like the loneliest, most depressing place on the planet for players.
It's like doing a radio show in San Diego.
Kind of. I mean, I guess, but it's like you've already been to the big leagues. Now you're stuck at AAA, and there's a kid that's coming up from AA.
You're like Crash Davis,
right? And you're just like, why are you not in the big leagues, sir? Oh I got injured. Oh, I got a story to tell. Oh, I got screwed over. It's negative energy around AAA. So if you're gonna be stuck in AAA, if you're an accomplished player, a multi-time champion like Chris Taylor, good for him to know when it's time to hang it up.
7:43 on a Monday or a Tuesday, actually. See, I'm all out of sorts. The holiday, the travel.
This whole I think whatever you ate in Chicago.
I ate a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I saw pictures.
A lot of
you
meat,
like
too.
Those Chicago dogs.
What?
The $104 prime rib.
Yeah, that wasn't for everybody. But thanks. Appreciate that. I
spent $104 on a prime rib.
No way. Did you?
I didn't know the price when I ordered it. I mean, it's fine. It was an amazing meal, but the prime rib wasn't.
Wait,
the Italian Stallion makes better prime rib than the Chicago Cut Steakhouse.
You went to a place that didn't have the prices on the menu? That's fancy.
They didn't have a price on that part.
Market, they say.
I know, but I will ask. I don't care anymore. I will ask.
I didn't think it would be $104.
What did you think it was going to be?
More like
$70?
Stephanie's that was like an $85 steak.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Spent a lot of money.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Skeeter. Appreciate that. 7:43, when we return, we'll talk more about the NBA playoffs. OKC Thunder tonight, OKC and the Spurs. Game 5, you'll hear it here on ESPN LA. We had the Knicks. They are making the finals for the first time since 1999. And you know, when I was at Chicago, Cappy, a lot of people were talking about, this guy almost died. And I said, listen, Jack, I would have died if I wasn't at a Providence hospital. Let me talk about my friends at Providence. Your health is the real MVP. Providence reminds you to stay in the game by prioritizing cancer screenings. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Many cancers develop quietly without noticeable symptoms, but when found early, treatment options are more effective than ever. That's why routine screenings, knowing your family history, and talking to your doctor are so important. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with life-saving innovation and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Protect your health and get back to the moments that matter most. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California. The Sedano Kap Morning Show on a Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday, with Geeter sitting in for Shaq, which means we can talk Schwans too. We return in about 3.5 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
And now from Good Karma Brands, here is Sam Pines.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands and ESPN LA. When we purchased ESPN LA in 2022, in collaboration with the Walt Disney Company, I knew LA had great teams. I didn't realize how passionate the ESPN LA fan was. It's been awesome to see and experience. The fans who show up every day, you're what makes this place what it is. From the Mandy Awards to summer softball games in West Covina, there's something special about this community. We've got incredible teams, the Lakers, Rams, USC, LAFC, Kings, and Angels. And then there's everything else.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.
Mason and Ireland's growl. Cappy yelling, "Love boat." Sedano's sighs. Eisen landing another A-list guest. Evan Cohn going deep on Brady. Travis pulling out Buffalo Gruden. DeMarco keeping everybody honest. And Morales dropping a random bam. And that one might have been a final. That's ESPN LA. Whether you watch or listen, thank you. You're what makes all of this possible.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles isn't just a local favorite? They're ranked one of the best pediatric hospitals in the country by U.S. News and World Report. With nearly 17,000 surgeries a year, they handle more complex procedures than any other hospital in Southern California. That's major league expertise, right in our backyard. So when it comes to your child's health, count on the pros at the top of their game. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. As a parent, I want my kids to grow up happy and healthy. But when kids experience hard things like divorce, neglect, or substance abuse in the home and don't get the support they need, they can develop toxic stress response. And over time, toxic stress can lead to serious health issues like anxiety or high blood pressure. But being there for your child helps protect against toxic stress before it ever starts. Learn how supporting your child's feelings can give them a stronger start at first5california.com. Oh.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new chili crisp dumplings, paired with a premium or beverage drink, like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Dang, I forgot the wakeboard. How am I supposed to enjoy myself without my favorite water activity? I mean, sure, we could still go tubing, fishing, or even just relax on a floaty, but without the wakeboard, what's the point?
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
This deer season, John Deere wants to give you the home field advantage. We're bringing you the best offers of the season, whether that's cash off on select new machines or a shot at the ultimate Major League Baseball prize package. Because right now, you can enter for a chance to win an MLB All-Star experience for you and 3 friends, complete with travel and lodging for All-Star Week this July. Deer season is going on now through June 3rd. Visit johndeere.com/deer season to enter and view the offers and complete contest rules. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:49, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Geeters here in Fauchon. 1999, well, this might have been 98. This was the last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals. They're returning after sweeping Lindsay's Cavs over the weekend. And happy birthday to Lauryn Hill. She turns 51 years old today.
Love this song.
Today is also National Blueberry Cheesecake Day.
Oh, really?
So here's another thing I had at that Chicago Cut Steakhouse.
After the $104 prime
Will you
rib?
stop with the prime rib?
I mean, it was expensive.
I said, dessert came around. I was like, yeah, espresso. What do you got for dessert? Stephanie ordered the creme brulee. I'm like, what do you got cheesecake-wise? She's like, well, we got cheesecake, but you probably don't like it because they knew we were from L.A.
Yeah.
She's like, we got Chicago cheesecake. I'm like, well, it's not New York cheesecake. I'm like, well, bring it over. It was good.
Blueberry?
No, it wasn't blueberry. It's just regular cheesecake. I don't need blueberry in my cheesecake.
You just want regular, straight up.
Yeah, I just like New York style. And I like it a little chilled. See, a lot of times the problem with the Cheesecake Factory, the chain, I mean, is it's like room temperature.
No. No.
Yeah, I want a cold cheesecake.
No. Any cheesecake or like pie. Like, and I don't mean like an apple pie or a cherry pie, but like a key lime pie.
You want to chill.
It has to be
I
chilled.
want to eat chilled or I'm not going.
By the way, everything's so big in the Midwest. Stephanie's creme brulee was like the size of a pizza. It was giant.
Really?
Because in LA, we're used to like a little dish,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's a hearty meal. We walked for 2 miles. We walked back to the hotel 2 miles to walk off that meal after dinner.
Did you have good pie? Did you have good pizza?
What now?
Did you get good pizza?
Oh,
pizza pie.
Giordano's the next day.
Yeah.
I don't like deep dish.
Okay.
Because it's like eating lasagna.
Yep.
But we got the Detroit style.
Which is more like the square
And
thickness.
thinner.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
One of the best pizzas I've ever had in my
Okay.
life. So that was good.
Straight
I
up,
had some
like-
Italian beef too.
Oh,
Was now I saw you at the Cubs game.
Who
with-
doesn't like Italian beef?
with
by the way?
what looked like an Italian
Stunner.
beef dog of some kind.
No, that
right?
was just a Chicago dog.
just the Chicago dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get to dress it yourself.
Yeah,
what-
Wrigley's a good time.
Wrigley was amazing.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's
And
fun
here's
there,
the
huh?
thing. It was a day game,
Mhm.
but by the second inning, I was like, I got to walk away and go find coffee. Because, again, I'm a California boy.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking. People are in T-shirts and women are in, like, tank tops. I'm like, I'm freezing. I got my jacket on.
Yeah.
It's so cold.
Really? How bad was it?
It was like 50 degrees, but it was so
That's
cold.
freezing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I know. People there are like, it's springtime. And as actually, believe it or not, it's summertime. Like, do you guys realize that summer actually started yesterday? This is going to be the longest summer we've had since 2020. It's like 109
Memorial Day
days.
was early.
Right.
Labor Day is late.
That's right. And so the summer actually, my understanding is, not that I've read the Farmer's Almanac or even know what that really, really is, but my understanding is it's going to be like the longest summer we've had in like 5 years.
By the
6
way,
years.
I've got a new, what now? Oh, I've got a
Say
new
what?
mascot crush. Clark the Cub.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh,
a good,
yeah.
I mean, I'm a Rampage guy
Yeah.
all the way. I don't like, and we know Rampage, the person, personally, the actual human being,
Personally.
but I don't like him to take off the mask in front of me. I'm like, dude, it freaks me out.
No, just
keep
stay
that
Rampage.
mask on.
Yeah.
We might be doing weird things later on, but keep that, keep that mask
Keep that
on.
costume on, pal.
Clark the Cub. So during the anthem, he takes off his giant hat. It was the most amazing thing. Clark the Cub is a quality mascot.
Clark the Cub. Clark
Quality
the
mascot,
Cub.
huh?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, because you don't really get behind a lot of mascots.
Mm-mm.
By the
Right.
way, I tweeted out something on Friday
Yeah, which was?
when we were at the game. There's a Budweiser brick house.
Oh.
And
Yes,
I
right.
said, Greg,
Do we
who
need-
do you
we
think's
need to
in the
do this?
Budweiser brick
You're going
house?
too far with that one because now you're trying to find it in
But
different ways.
Cappy didn't engage in the tweet.
Thank you, Cappy.
I was off the grid.
You
I-
were in Mexico, right?
I was in Mexico, but I was completely off the grid. Like, for real, for real.
What
Like,
part of Mexico?
I was in Loreto, Mexico. Have you ever heard of Loreto?
Yeah, I fly in there to drive to a place called San Juanico.
Oh, okay. To go surfing?
Yes.
Or okay, gotcha. Yeah. Because that's just
Loreto's cool though. Like
Oh.
there's some nice spots. Small
Loreto's-
little airport too, right?
Yes,
you fly
tiny
in
little
dirt
airport,
roads.
and I flew from TJ from the cross border. So you literally like you show
Yeah.
your passport and then you walk across into Mexico, and then when you fly from TJ to Loreto, you don't have to deal with all the customs
By the
and
way,
everything.
I've done that the last time I went to Scorpion Bay. I did
It's
that.
great, right?
Yeah.
Super easy to use. But yeah, I was off the grid for days.
Yeah, but you texted a lot this week.
Did I? Did I
Yeah.
really?
I felt like you were texting a lot.
I think you and I did have a little bit of a private exchange. I don't
Yeah,
remember what it was
okay.
about.
So
No,
when
no,
you
it was
say
fine.
off the grid, you're off social media. You're not
Yeah.
looking at the news.
Yeah,
you're not
so
following.
much. Not really very much.
Yeah.
No, and then like I'm out of habit, I want to watch the games. So we're down there, and I'm trying to get Peacock. You guys realize that sometimes these streaming services, you just can't get them when you're.
I think that's what frustrates everybody.
What, Lance?
So here we go again.
What? Which part? Which
The
part?
streaming services.
Well, no,
Get it.
Here we
You
go.
can't find it.
No, it's not
Here
that I
we
can't
go.
find it. It's that when you're in Mexico, it'll say something like I pulled up Peacock, and it was like, hey, bro, this doesn't work in Mexico.
doesn't work.
That's what it
It's-
says. Hey, hermano, doesn't work for you. Here. So
It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. You have to have like a particular dish. I
yeah,
believe.
or you have to like change your VPN, but I don't even really know what that means exactly. Anyway, but
Again, dating ourselves.
yes,
Yes.
big time. But I did last night. I was watching the Cavs get annihilated, manhandled,
Pathetic.
humiliated, motorboated,
Smashed.
everything else that I could come up with against the Knicks. And I love this story about how the Knicks have not been to the NBA Finals since 1999.
1999.
And Lindsay, this is like one of my favorite things when somebody hasn't been somewhere and they go, it's been 27 years since they've been to this place, and here are all the ways the world has changed since the last time the Knicks were in the NBA.
99.
Linz, you got the list for us?
Sure do.
Okay, take a listen to this, Geeter. These
I
are
can't
things
wait.
that were. This is how the world has changed since the last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals.
Basically, social media in general.
did not exist back then.
Yes.
By the way, the
because
world was a better place.
I agree. Completely
Zero
agree.
social media.
No
You had-
Instagram,
I mean,
no
you-
Twitter, no
Nothing.
Facebook, nothing.
You had like AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
Which was
you remember that?
I loved Instant Messenger.
And you would put
I
like
was a
an
Hotmail
away
guy.
message up for AOL Instant Messenger, and you would change the font and the colors. Did you do that, Berg?
I did the ASL on AOL Instant Messenger, where you talk
I
to
did not do
talk to
that.
other.
I was a little young
the
for
girls-
that.
Wait, ASL means what? In
Age, sex, location.
Oh no, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, so you just say like you talk to just random people on AIM, and you write ASL, and they say what their age, sex, and location was, and then you start having a conversation with them.
Is that like Tinder before?
Yeah, I did not do
Kinda.
Okay.
I
Yeah, kinda.
had AOL's Instant Messenger up on
Yep.
my screen all day long and was communicating with everybody. And to me, the comp today, what AOL Instant Messenger was back then in 1999, today for me, it's Slack.
Oh,
What were you going to say?
I thought you were going to say Snapchat.
No,
But
no,
Slack
just
isn't like a personal thing. It's more of a work thing.
It is, but I used AOL Instant Messenger for work.
Oh, okay.
That's how I used it.
Oh, you would just be right there.
Oh, that's just Teams.
I was a teenager, so I mean, it was like
What a bunch of.
Do you use Snapchat?
No, I'm
was
saying
gonna
I
say,
thought
that
that's
would
what
make
you were
you
going to say.
super
Like
cool.
it's today's Snapchat.
No,
That's
for
what
me,
I thought
it's
you were going
Slack.
to say.
No, I love Slack.
AIM is how we talk to all of our friends.
You
So
looked at me
like-
in disgust. Like I was
you,
like,
le- you,
Snapchat.
go- you get home from school and you go on AIM and you talk to all
And
your
you would
friends
hear-
and you have different. Bing,
yeah,
bing,
you'd hear
bing,
the little
bing.
door opening and closing when people signed on and off.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
was great.
All
You
right,
look
so
like,
there was-
ooh, she's on.
So in 1999, when the Knicks made it to the NBA Finals, there was no social media, no Twitter, no Facebook, no LinkedIn. Okay, none of it. None of it existed.
was that a strike season? 99.
99
And the
was
Spurs beat them. Tim Duncan and
No,
David
there
Robinson.
was no. That was no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That was a little
Maybe
short
I'm wrong.
Hmm.
But another thing that did not exist back in 1999, Survivor, American Idol, and basically reality TV in general. They
Really?
did have The Real World.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
that- when it was
MTV's
actually real world, right? Like when you actually had to, they would
Yes.
go in, they would go get a job,
Yes.
and they would come
Yeah.
back to like a apartment where they all lived in.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire had just started.
That was Regis Philbin.
Correct.
Regis.
Yes, old school.
But
okay.
but like I said, like American Idol, that didn't start until 2002. America's Got Talent didn't start until 2006. And Survivor didn't start until like the early 2010s. So
Oh, really?
It's
I
been
thought
50
no,
years.
I
No,
think-
Survivor
I
was
think
like 2001.
Yes, I'm going to call Survivor 2000, 2001. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Well,
you're right.
this was just the
It said
50th season, 25 years. So
Yes, it said
whatever
it
that-
dominated the early 2010s, the 2000s and early 2010s. Okay, so another thing that that did not exist back in 1999, the iPhone and the BlackBerry.
BlackBerry didn't exist?
Nope. iPhone didn't come out till January 2007, and the first BlackBerry that was able to work like an actual phone didn't come out until 2002.
He's right.
I liked BlackBerry and I fought iPhone for a long
too.
time because I really liked the keyboard and I liked the texture of
little
the keyboard.
ball?
Right.
The scroll ball on the
Yeah,
side,
scroll
right?
ball.
Yeah. I had a guy this past weekend who's a 70-year-old guy who had just moved from Oxnard down to Loretto where I was. And he said, oh, let me show you a picture. And he takes out his phone. And on his iPhone, he still had the little mouse down at the bottom where he was clicking the mouse to like illuminate the phone.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to phone shame him because I just was like, what is that? Like an iPhone 5? You know, because what generation are we on now? 15, 16,
15,
17?
16.
I think I
We're up
was
there.
17, don't
Yeah.
I?
So
Or
I didn't
16.
phone shame the guy, but I could have because he still had that little mouse down at the
Maybe
Do you
bottom.
remember
maybe
your
he's
first cell
happy.
phone and how big it was?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Thought you were going to run with that, but
No,
that-
wait, not everything,
I
Peter.
fought the iPhone 2012 when I got the job. It was Time Warner Cable before Spectrum. The Laker job, I had a choice, BlackBerry or iPhone, and I finally made the switch to iPhone. 2012.
Wow.
So I rolled BlackBerry as long as I could.
I did too. I love the keyboard. I like the feeling of every time you click the letter, you could feel the spring, the vibration. Whereas with an iPhone, nowadays it doesn't even matter.
By the way, watch the BlackBerry movie on Netflix.
Oh, it's very good.
Very
Yeah?
good. Summer is calling at SeaWorld San Diego. San Diego! Take the plunge into the brand new Shark Encounter. Now open where jaw-dropping shark species await. And yes, you could even feed the sharks. Yeah. Listen all show for your chance to win a family 4-pack and experience the excitement live only with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. We approach 8 o'clock. And Cappy, why don't you tell us about, hold on for a second, the wellness company.
I would love to. Hey, Geeter, have you heard of this, the medical emergency kit?
Well, I have because I listen to your show.
Okay, well, thank you.
And that's an amazing
Bro,
kit.
listen, your daughter's going to USC.
Yeah.
She will live in a dorm with her teammates. And yes, she's a volleyball star and she's going to have access to trainers and whatever. But I'm telling you, every kid who goes to college, every kid who goes to a camp, every family in every home should have a medical emergency kit because, first of all, it's a great travel kit. I carry it everywhere I go. I had it with me this weekend in Mexico. God forbid something happens.
So smart to bring that.
Right. Something happens along the way. I got to go to a pharmacia to pick up some stuff. No. I brought with me my medical emergency kit. Inside, look at all these different medications, from a Z-Pack to amoxicillin to other things that I might need.
And by the way, perfect size to travel.
Yes. Oh, it goes right in my backpack. But if something happens, you've got a terribly sore throat, your ears are in pain, it stings when you pee, I don't know, something happened, right, dude? Inside here, there's a guidebook. And inside it tells you, hey, these are your symptoms. This is the medication that you take. Every household should have one. Every kid going off to college should have one. And it's super easy to get. All you have to do is go to urgentcarekit.com/710.
Say that again.
urgentcarekit.com/710. Thanks for slowing me down. And we give you a $45 discount when you use our promo code 710. urgentcarekit.com/710 for your medical emergency kit.
Thank you, Cappy. 801 at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. When we return in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, Evan Cohen for his weekly visit on a Tuesday from Unsportsmanlike. He's going to come in here. Now, I wonder how he's going to feel because there's no Sedano, so they can't geek out over baseball or basketball, I should say.
But he's,
But he's got an Ogita, right?
And is Evan in Connecticut or is Evan in New York? He lives in New York, though. So I'm kind of
I think he's in New York.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that he would, have like some thoughts on the Knicks and the excitement. And
his show was full of Knicks thoughts. And he had some
pandemonium.
very, very passionate thoughts about the Cavs. And James Harden, that scumbag.
Wow.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, we're back in 3 minutes and 30 seconds from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Our friends at Providence remind you that many cancers start with no symptoms, but catching them early can lead to more treatment options and better outcomes. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
All right, guys, real talk. Are you a crust lover or one of those crust leavers? Because I got to tell you, Pizza Hut's new crispy parm pan pizza is next level. It's the original pan crust you already love, but now they've baked Parmesan cheese right onto the edge. I'm talking crispy, golden, cheesy crunch with that soft, fluffy inside. Grab a medium, one-topping crispy parm pan for just $11.99 or go large for $3 more. Order now at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Got a son.
Call Jacob.
All right, Cappy, listen, here's the deal. When you get into some sort of an accident, the insurance company is going to probably be the first person that calls you, and they're going to try to rush you to a settlement. They want to record you when you're talking. You got to be very careful when you're talking to these insurance companies.
They also will probably downplay your pain. Hey, bro, my back is killing me. It's no big deal. It's going to go away in a couple of days. Do not let them do that. You call Jacob and Ronnie.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands in ESPN LA. You're starting your day with Sedano and Kap. And Sedano, just to be clear, when we made those changes to the app, it wasn't to sabotage the show. I just knew you'd yell at Morales. And let's be honest, that's great radio. Also, serious question. If I get unsighted, can I join Phi Beta Kappa? Carry on, guys.
8:06. Good morning. Phi Beta Kappa is back for a new week, a holiday week. Geeter McGee, Chris McGee from Spectrum Sportsnet, sitting in for Shan. Evan Cohen will join us in a moment. Cappy, on this day yesterday, back in 1991, the #1 hit. Mariah, young Mariah, skinny Mariah, not Mama Mariah. We know I like Mama Mariah. But this song was called I Don't Want to Cry, Jack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, Geeter, I like Mama Mariah. You know what I mean?
I like the distinction, though, between skinny Mariah and Mama Mariah.
I just want to cuddle up next to Mama Mariah and go, Mommy.
Yeah, you do.
Spank me, Mommy. I'm bad. You know another guy likes, I don't know. Time for Evan Cohen and his weekly visit. You hear Evan on Unsportsmanlike weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. leading into this show. So when you get in the car at, let's say, 4:55, and you're like,
in my case, 4:30 a.m.
I got to go from Riverside all the way to the west side for my job. Turn on 710 a.m. or the all-new ESPN LA app, and Evan, Michelle, and Canty will be there to keep you company all morning long. Evan was very outspoken this morning about Lindsay Baseball's Cleveland Cavaliers. Good morning, Evan Cohen.
Hello, Evola.
I like how Morales says, for my job. What, are you a plumber? Like, what do you mean for your job? For the show?
Huh?
You make it seem like you have a different job.
No, I don't live in Riverside. I was talking about our great listeners. Many of them have plumbing jobs and own their own plumbing and contracting companies. And they and hold on for a second, just so let me clean this up, Evan. So they live out in Riverside or Eastvale or Corona, so they can have a lot of land, and they got to commute to a job site in, let's say, Santa Monica. So they're in the car for 3 hours listening to us. Yeah. Thank you.
I have an amazing amount of respect and admiration for the plumber, because I don't know how to do any of that. It's an old Belichick thing. Like, I'm not a plumber or whatever. Like, and he's not doing it to be insulting. It's more of like, what job do I actually have? The plumber, carpenter, construction worker, handyman or woman, these people are the most skilled people on planet Earth. I'd like to just make that claim. I don't know how, Cappy, there's no way you know how to do any of that.
Nothing.
Am I correct?
Ev, I don't know how to do anything, but here's what's even worse in my situation. My father and grandfather were both master electricians. My father actually transitioned. I know. From my father transitioned, he was an electrician, and then he became an auto mechanic. And you're like, how did he know how to do that? I'm like, he didn't. He just knew how to do anything he could with his hands. He could figure out anything.
Oh, my God.
To this day, I swear to God, if I have a question about a car or my kids have a question, I'll go, call your grandfather. Or, hey, Dad, the light doesn't work in the house. Tell me what to do. I FaceTime him, and he tells me how to fix things.
I can't believe he didn't pass that skill down.
Nothing.
Like, I'm like Evan. I have zero skill set when it comes to this stuff. And now that I am 54, I've learned to just accept it and tell people, no, it's just not, I can't do it.
Well,
outkick my coverage in that stuff.
Wait, Geeter.
Yeah.
Geeter, I have a question for you. You have an amazing job in and around the Lakers and on ESPN LA. I find the electrician more impressive. I gotta tell you. I couldn't even imagine doing that.
100%. And I wish I had that skill. Maybe he wishes he was on TV or the radio like all of us, but no. He's an electrician. I would take that in a second.
And by the
handyman
way,
would be awesome.
I think the electrician would do a way better job on the radio than the radio host would do as an electrician.
No doubt about it. No doubt. By the way, here's a little thing. I didn't know this. For every 3 electricians that leave the industry now, because these guys are getting older, there's only one young person coming in to replace them. So I'll just say this. For all these young kids out there, electricians, plumbers, handymen, carpenters, HVAC, these are amazing careers, and they're going to make a lot more money in the future because there's not going to be as many available. Well done. I know it sounds crazy, but it's thanks. Thank you for that great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ev, what do you think about that pitch?
Cappy, that was good.
Not bad,
that
right?
That was very good.
Thank you.
Very good. You know, Cappy, better. Per Sedano, he just texted me. Better talking about jobs than the Lakers. It's weird. I don't know why.
Hey, Ev, do me this favor as we get started here. I want to hear if you could set the scene, the East Coast New York vibe of what's going on with the Knicks, because it just seems like you watch from out here and the streets are going crazy and you see the fans take over in Cleveland. Set the vibe of New York and around the Knicks.
There is a vibe around the Knicks when the Knicks are good that, to me, and I'm not a Knicks fan, but I am a New Yorker, but there's a vibe around when the Knicks are good that feels bigger than when any other team in New York is good. And I think part of the reason for that is that if you take a step back, the winning history of the Knicks, extremely overrated. The history of the franchise relative to one of the original teams, the mecca of basketball in New York City, all of the amazing playground legends we have, Madison Square Garden, the culture of basketball, to me, represented by the Knicks, is bigger than the winning of the Knicks. So getting to the finals for the first time in 27 years is so abnormal. The Lakers get to the finals, and did they win? Like, that's the question. The Knicks get to the finals, and it's the parade. Like, the Lakers would be the equivalent to the Yankees here, right? And now the Rams have done such an amazing job of winning recently. You know, people are kind of used to it. USC football, obviously. UCLA basketball. Like, the Knicks, if you just look at the winning, the Dodgers, of course. What am I saying? Sorry, Bergman already hates me. Now he's going to hate me more. But, like, I'm going to review the Blue. Don't worry. Blue Review. Weekday morning, digitally.
6:30 a.m. presented by LAX.
Hey, at least you remembered the name of the show. Morales forgot the name of it earlier today.
Sorry, I've had 3 strokes, you scumbag.
Keep going,
Well, I just think that it's so abnormal for them to win that it takes over the city. You know, the last time they won, and this is the only show that I would tell this story. I tried to tell it on our show. They didn't pick up on it. But your show is perfect for this. The last time they won got to the finals was 1999.
Yep.
Game 5, if you remember, Avery Johnson hit a huge shot to win it, basically, for the Spurs on the baseline. Now, I was at that game, and I also remember listening to it on the radio. Now, how is that possible? Well, there was a chicken place called Ranch One back in the day. I don't know if anybody remembers that or if it's even in California. But I normally would eat before I would go to the Garden because I was an intern for Madison Square Garden Radio, so I would use my pass to get in the building for all the finals games. For whatever reason that night, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to eat at the arena. And I got this Ranch One. And as Avery Johnson hit that shot, I listened to it on the radio from the bathroom and the toilet because they had the in-house radio, which was probably Mike Breen on the call, and I missed that shot because I had such a horrific stomachache from Ranch One.
By the way, it does work here.
Yeah,
that story is perfect
Chris,
for this.
That is we are the perfect show to explain that you missed the Avery Johnson game winner because you're stuck on the can because Ranch One got to you and you had gastrointestinal issues.
Hey, Jeter, I'm just throwing this out there. Feel free to use that if Luka hits the game winner to be on the toilet. I'm just saying. Kathy and I will be eating out of the suite anyway.
I'm listening to Johnny Ireland on the can. Because Ranch One.
Yes.
Ireland and Michael Thompson have the call on ESPN LA, and then it's like, where's Jeter? Well, he had this Ranch One. It was a disaster.
Evan, am I crazy to think, and I said this to Cappy during the break, Do the Knicks have a little bit of the Mavs 2011 vibe? Like, no one was really thinking about them. You're talking about Detroit and Boston, and it's all been about OKC and San Antonio, kind of like it was with LeBron and the Heat and Dwayne Wade in their first year. And here they are in the finals, kind of mowing people down. I don't know if they're going to win this series, but I think they can. Am I crazy?
Did you listen to Simmons' latest pod?
No, I have not yet.
Okay, because they referenced that same thing.
Oh.
And I wasn't accusing you of ripping
first.
that off.
Yeah, no.
That's a really interesting.
Shoot, I'm not first.
By the way, Happy I would accuse.
Right. I would have hacked it from them, no doubt.
I almost would be disappointed if Cappy didn't rip that off.
Right.
Here's why I don't know that it's apples to apples.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we were waiting for Dirk forever, even though it wasn't forever, but it felt like we were waiting for Dirk forever. Have we really been waiting for Brunson?
Good point.
Or is this kind of the upset out of nowhere, like, wait, he's really going to pull this off? I'll be hand raised. I did not believe. Why? You know, I said hand raised, and I actually raised my hand.
Hey, that's a good gesture. Good hand gesture.
Yeah. I did not think that Jalen Brunson could be the best player in a championship team. I did not think Jalen Brunson could be the best player on a finals team. I said this postseason, I didn't even think he was the best player on this Knicks team. I thought OG Anunoby was because of the way, personally, I value defense. Well, guess what? His defense doesn't matter. Like, the team around him is so well built right now, his deficiencies defensively don't really matter that much. And the irony is the Knicks are built the way the Lakers are going to have to build around Luka.
Yeah, I think you bring up a great
If
point.
you want to build around Luka post-LeBron, who's your Josh Hart comp, who obviously was on the Lakers? Who's your OG comp? Who's your Bridges comp? The Cat comp is a hard one because we're talking about a guy that was the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Now, the Lakers tried that at the center position this year. I don't think it worked. As Cappy says, you got $8 million worth of value for an $8 million player, which is not a compliment.
Get what you pay for.
So I just now ripped off Cappy.
Yeah.
I've now hit rock bottom.
You accused me of ripping off somebody who I don't even know who that is, and yet you ripped me off. I like that. That feels good.
Yeah.
That feels real good.
Bill Simmons, you don't know who that is, Cappy?
I wouldn't know Bill Simmons. I wouldn't know one piece of content from Bill Simmons.
Really?
I swear to you, I have never listened to a Bill Simmons podcast. I see some social media. I one time saw him at a Laker game and went, I think I know who that is. Who's that guy? I know him. I don't know anything about Bill Simmons. Nothing.
I am a little bummed that he had that take already.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, no.
Because
Well,
I've been really thinking about it the last couple days.
Wait a second. To be fair, I should have provided more context. It was they do like a mailbag Q&A kind of thing. So I believe it was from a fan. It wasn't from him specifically.
Yeah. By the way,
so maybe you emailed
I'm
him.
I'm with you on Jalen Brunson, and I've always been a fan of his game, and I've always rooted for him individually because I think he does it the right way, and he's a stud, and he's smaller. But I just didn't think he could be the guy to maybe lead you to the finals. I thought maybe too small. I thought he would get picked on. But Evan is right. I mean, when you are looking at the teams that are having success in the NBA, it is all about how you build around in those pieces and the athleticism and the physicality. And that's how the Lakers have to look at this, Evan, moving forward.
No doubt. And it's why, like, if you go back in time, and this should be a good indicator for the Lakers, the Knicks played a little bit of hardball with the with the Jazz on the Donovan Mitchell trade. I think, in large part, because they really wanted it at their exact price, because they realized Brunson and Mitchell don't make sense next to each other. So all of the excitement around some guys that maybe the Lakers fans think they can get, be careful. Like, I would literally use ironically, they were teammates, but I would substitute Luka for Brunson and then go and find your comps for the other guys. And that's how you have to do this.
Yeah.
And there is a strength in numbers thing. All these teams are deep now.
Well, I mean, listen, that's the one thing I keep saying to Sedano every day, and Sedano keeps, slapping me back by saying, but the Lakers, and Geeter, you said this earlier, the Lakers don't have the luxury of patience. Not that the Knicks had the luxury, it's just that they've been building and building and building. I made this point earlier today, Evan. When you look at Hart and Bridges, and you think back to the fact that Brunson and these two guys played college ball together, and they didn't just play college ball, they won national championships, plural, together. And so you think about how long they've been together. It's hard to obviously do that in the NBA. Hey, let's recreate a college team that was super successful. But my only point is that they've built a deep team, and they know each other well because they've been building for a period of time. The Lakers are in this we change our roster every year thing. At some point, you got to build a team that can last for a few years. What do you think about that?
Okay, Cappy.
Yes.
Cappy. You brought up something interesting, the idea of patience with a non-patient team. So basically the Knicks found someone in Leon Rose, who is this like all-time great agent, and Worldwide West, who is an all-time great connector that people, all the big stars in every walk of life seem to know. And they hired these two guys to run their team. And somehow they got an impatient majority governor in James Dolan to be patient and not talk. I don't know how they pulled that off. And I think one of the reasons that they got him to not talk is because they decided not to talk. And they truly made it a one-voice organization, which would be the head coach. And so they somehow figured out a way of cutting everyone's microphone and, don't get any ideas, Morales, and cutting everybody's microphone except for the coach, and telling the guy that wants to win 2 championships per year, we may compete for one in 5 or 6 years, and you should thank us for that.
Wow.
I don't know that the Los Angeles Lakers can ever do that because of what I said before. The Knicks' history is not of winning. The Lakers' history is of winning. There's a difference. There's an expectation. The Yankees can't seemingly do that. The Knicks can. The biggest misperception around the Knicks is that they have this winning culture, winning history. They do not.
53 years.
They do not.
That's a great point.
I mean, think about it. It's night and day. The Knicks and the Lakers are 2 biggest teams in the sport, but not for the same reasons.
Well, Rob Pelinka literally said that. He said the reason that they can't build their team the way that some of these other teams have built them through trades and through the draft is because there's an expectation of winning, and the Lakers are just not. That's going to be every year. They're going to want to win every year. They're not going to tank.
It goes back to the San Antonio culture, right? Like Pop, when they were a 1 seed and lost to the 8, no one's firing Pop. No one's saying let's trade Tim Duncan. But if that's in a major market like LA, and you're the 1 seed and you're losing to an 8, guys are getting fired, right?
I bet you Cappy said trade Tim Duncan.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm also the guy that I tried to defend you last week, just so you know. Okay, because you brought up a point last week to Sedano, which was, hey, look, if 2 or 3 or 4 years from now the Lakers aren't championship caliber, at least you've got a chip in Luka, and you can recover a lot of, lot of assets. Yeah. And Sedano has shut that conversation down like 3 times, and I'm like, why? Why is that such a bad thing to say? That if in 3 years, if the Lakers
he took it so literally, and you and I were saying it figuratively of like neither you nor I have said yet. You have it for, was it July 17th or August 17th? I forget which one. You're doing the trade Luka day. But neither of us have said they should trade Luka, obviously.
I think they should.
What we said last week. What?
I think they should.
You just stopped Evan in his
tracks.
tracks.
Go ahead. I'm just saying.
And they should not. Wait,
he said what?
What did you just say?
Carry on.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I just think that they should, because it's very evident that with what they have right now, the core that they have now, they cannot compete with OKC and probably the Spurs. So why, but like, I don't know, if they're supposed to be a team that's focused on winning and they want to win every year, then trade Luka and get some of these, build a team, get some of these young guys that can compete with the OKC and the Thunder.
Ooh, this is blasphemous.
Because they're not going to get to the finals.
We have a major problem here, and I'm going to tell you why.
What?
Okay, so Lindsay is very thought out in her thought. I'm not saying I think it's actually pretty logical. It doesn't mean it's practical, but it's logical. The problem we have here is Cappy, who prides himself on not pre-planning anything, had pre-planned that take for a day in the summer where he was hosting by himself. And it was going to be an original take.
Yeah.
So now, how is he going to do this?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't.
Cappy, Cappy, this is ridiculous. What did Lindsay just do to you?
Lindsay, why would you take my take?
You could go back to the trade back for Anthony Davis take. That's what you could do instead.
No. This is actually outlandish. What did Cappy do to you, Lindsay? I know what James Harden did to you, but what did Cappy do to you to just undercut him in this way? I don't understand.
It makes sense.
The real shame of it all is, for me, from where I sit, the fact that Sedano's not here to completely tell Lindsay that she's out of her mind. It will never happen. He might even go so far as don't ever say that again on the air. He would lose his mind to hear what Lindsay just did.
I can understand why the Lakers would not do it, but if we're being realists here, if we're being realistic, the team as constructed, if they're going to basically kind of run it back or they're going to improve around the margins, then they're not going to be as good as OKC. They're not going to be as good as San Antonio, and they're not going to get anywhere. And it's just another year of getting bounced in the first or second round. What's the point? Start over.
Well, Cappy's going to take the summer off. All right, Cappy.
Yeah,
what about Trade Ohtani? You want Trade Ohtani? You want to break that out over the summer?
That one is now coming because of what Lindsay just did to me. She just took.
So I don't feel like we're done with Evan. So let's put Evan down for just a moment.
We're going to put him down.
Well, yeah, because we just want to break it up here. Let's cleanse the palate.
I don't want to put him down. I mean, he's not a dog.
826, good morning. Let me tell you about my friends at Life Source Water. Johnny and I always tell you, don't be a city water sleazeball.
Esquivoso.
Exactly right. Call our friends at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. You know, Geeter, when you in L.A., they got that dirty, disgusting water out of the tap.
Water.
That horrible chlorine water. Yeah. Or as Johnny I says, the chlorine. When he gets out of the shower, now he feels free.
Yeah.
He gets out of the shower and he wiggles that thing around. You know why?
Show me that again.
Because he said, I'm not going to be a city water sleazeball no more. He called Life Source Water, the Life Source Water California factory, 800-WATER-99, lifesourcewater.com. Right now, call them. Get factory direct pricing and free installation for a limited time. Life Source has been around since 1984. Trusted by over 250,000 homes with more than 4,000 five-star reviews. Just like Johnny I, Geeter, look at me again. When I get out of the shower, I'll wiggle it around.
Yeah, wiggle that thing.
That's kind of like
it's very different. That was very Freddie Freeman of you.
I say I'm free. I'm not a city water sleazeball no more.
Esquivoso.
Life Source Water. Life Source Water, 800-WATER-99, or visit lifesourcewater.com. We rejoin Evan Cohen, already in progress.
Ev?
Yeah, you know what? By the way, 27 years ago, I didn't have Life Source Water.
No, you didn't.
While I was on the toilet during the 99 finals. It was the city. Geeter, if he's going to have the city water, may end up on the toilet as the Lakers trade Luka per Lindsay Baseball, stealing Cap's story for the summer.
Hey, Ev, before you do roll, though, Lindsay, her Cavs, just total destruction. And yet, if you listen to them after the game, I always hate when teams do this. They make it seem like, I feel like we're still the better team, or analytically we won so many categories. I just was such a turnoff to hear a coach talk about winning analytics, right?
What was going on there, Evan? That was like, I don't know, we were, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Stripes. Sorry, Morales.
Oh, no.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Ask him if he's seen it.
So there ain't no draft no more. There was one. Like, it was just made no sense what was happening there with Kenny Atkinson.
I have not seen Stripes.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, man.
They were giving us all kinds of crap this morning that we didn't see Stripes.
We are the old guys now, dude.
Lighten up, Francis.
Yeah.
Francis?
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all. The idea of, I thought he was trying to basically interview for a job with Daryl Morey in that moment. And just, the analytics stuff.
Wait. Did you guys know who said this, though, after, I think it was game 2 of the OKC Lakers series? Hang on, let's listen to this real quick.
JJ, what did you think about kind of the shot quality that you guys were able to generate?
Again, we won expected score, so it was good enough to win.
Ooh, expected score
just saying,
talk.
JJ went that route, too.
Whoa, hold on. Wait, Lindsay, that is completely different than what Kenny Atkinson said.
He said expected score.
He said it was good enough to win. is basically putting your team down kindly.
Yes.
We did not do our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
What Kenny Atkinson said is, we're up 2-1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ridiculous.
I'm not
exactly
defending
what he said.
I'm not defending Kenny Atkinson. I think he's a moron, and I think that they should have fired him mid-playoffs. I actually texted Wendy and said, have they ever fired a coach during the playoffs? And he said, well, in principle. So, we can elaborate on that when we have him in tomorrow for Windy Wednesday.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting what you did.
What?
See, I hold Wendy in this kind of high regard that I wouldn't do, even though I'm friendly with him and I've known him forever, I wouldn't do the in-series, what if they do this text. That's a July text for me. I would be nervous to do that. I'm fascinated by the confidence.
We were already texting back and forth because he had sent me a story from the View from the Wings. What was it? The View from the guy that he told us to follow. He had just sent me a text about that, and some lady who
non-basketball, right?
Correct.
That's why the fascination with the confidence. I'm kind of with you.
Well, I consider Wendy a friend,
I don't have that kind of confidence. Wait a minute.
I consider Wendy a friend, so it's a little different.
I get it, but so do I, and I don't have that kind of confidence. I would text Cappy anything because Cappy I don't hold in high regard,
Not
and
like
he doesn't
that.
hold me in high regard.
Yeah. Right.
No, we don't. And this is so you actually went to the place in series to change the subject on Wendy.
No,
I don't have the confidence to do that.
Never mind.
Understood. No, I feel the same way. Like, I'll text Wendy, go, hey, we're going to have dinner tonight. This is like on a night like tonight. Hey, you're in town? Great. You want to have dinner tonight?
But are we surprised? Like, she has the confidence to just take your take and say, we're trading Luka.
Right. I mean, Lindsay, she's got a lot of confidence.
She's got confidence.
She
What can I
does.
say?
By the way,
no, but Lindsay, you're poo-pooing this. This is a big thing. Don't. Peter, would you text?
There are some
Lakers
people
person about the Lakers during the series.
No, I 100% understand what you're saying because there are just some people in your life where you're like, dude, I can't. I'm not going to bother them. I can't text them right now. Like you said, you save it.
Right.
And Wendy's one of those guys. 100%.
It wasn't during a game, though, for what it's worth.
It was during the series.
You were asking a serious question about this. See,
It was
like
actually
Wendy came on with us
it was
last
actually
week.
the end of the first series. It was the end of the Detroit
but
series.
But he's texting you about a guy with wings, right? That's what
It
you
was
just
part
said?
of a conversation. Well, that's all I'm saying.
Right,
I asked him
but it's
about
not-
it. And
he wasn't texting you about the Lakers bench. What I'm saying to you
we
is,
don't text about the
in
Lakers.
A series,
He texted about the
Cavs are different.
Wendy was on with us last week, and we talked about eggs with him. I would have the guts to send him a text about eggs. I wouldn't be like, where do you think Giannis is going to go? Or do you think that I just don't have the guts to do that.
Hey, Wendy gives me a lot of inside info that he doesn't say on the air. So
Friendship.
Oh,
just
wow.
saying.
There's
That
a
is
friendship there.
That is friendship.
He's my friend.
By the way, did you listen? So, Evan, I can say this because before we let you go, you had a Dayton Price interview today. The young man, the golfer from Canada. You know this story?
No, I don't know the story, and I didn't get to hear this
Tragedy
morning.
4 years ago.
No.
Gets hit by a drunk driver with his team. 6 of his teammates, am I right, Evan? 6 of his teammates die. His coach, and he's burned 45% of his body.
Wow.
4 years later, he's playing.
Wow.
But it was that was a great interview, but also like, man, very
That's heavy.
Yeah, it was heavy.
I love stories.
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
listening to him on the way in.
Sad as they are,
got me going.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say, Cappy? You love stories like that?
Yeah, I love inspirational stories.
You understand? Geeter just set it up by 6 people died.
I know,
and
it's
you said I
horrible.
love stories
Terrible
like that?
tragedy, but what a great recovery. No, not an inspirational
Well,
story.
Okay. So here's the thing. I saw his name on the rundown. Okay. And I was like, I don't know who this is.
Okay.
And then I did the research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did the research. And I'm like, we're just going to start hysterically crying during this. We're talking about the Knicks and the Cavs, and then we're going to this, and oh my God, what an inspirational story! Because the reason we had him on is he just played an event over the weekend, like I don't remember the exact professional event, but a horrific story. Horrific story, yes, but a comeback, an inspirational story for sure. This guy Dayton Moore.
Well, listen, I'll just listen when you guys talk more about Danhausen. That's what I'll listen to. I'll listen to him sweeping
Why
up
are you
anti-Danhausen? Sweeping popcorn at movie theaters. That's what I'll listen to.
Why? Wait a minute. Now you're taking shots at Danhausen?
I'm not taking shots at Danhausen. I just thought that was a great story. You know, even as sad as it was and as horrific as it was inspirational. And I say I love stories like that. I won't listen. I'll just talk about Danhausen.
Nah, but you took a shot at Danhausen.
Popcorn cleaning.
The great Evan Cohen.
Yeah, it was funny.
I thought so.
You're here on Sportsline weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. leading into this show. So as I was saying earlier, Evan, when you get in the Inland Empire and you got to commute to downtown L.A., you got a 2-hour drive.
That's right.
Turn on, because you're in the car before 7 a.m. when we start. Get in the car, turn on Sportsline with Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman, and the Super Bowl champion, Chris Canty, and the real stars of the show, Nuno and Pat, the producer. Evan, have a beautiful day, babe.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Didn't seem excited there at the end. Didn't seem excited.
There was a lot of weird stuff that happened at the end. Lindsay texting with Wendy about stuff that he thought was, took confidence.
Then I'm bringing in tragedy.
And then I bring up his favorite wrestler, Danhausen. I mean, this whole thing turned into
Luke trying to get things back on the rails. 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
It's Bethel Duran, and you know how much I love my Toyota. And right now, the deals are sizzling at Northridge and Wondries Toyota. Get a brand new 2026 Camry for just $389 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due-it signing or finance for just 4.99% APR for 60 months. What about a brand new Tacoma? I'm thinking of doing this. You can lease for just $279 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due-it signing, or you can finance for just 2.99% APR for 48 months. In the 818, go see NorthridgeToyota.com. In the 626, WondriesToyota.com.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
8:37 on a Tuesday. Children's Hospital Los Angeles' biggest event of the year is back. Walk and Play LA brings together the community for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk, plus music, games, and activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Sign up now at ESPNLA.com. Join Team ESPN LA and use code PLAY, P-L-A-Y, to save $10. Visit ESPNLA.com to learn more and join us Saturday, June 6th to do something nice for the kids. Coming up, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 90 seconds from right now.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper. So knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's time for Stronger Starts on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Presented by First 5 California.
First 5 California. Be calm, be steady, be there, be nurturing.
Time for today's Stronger Start.
Yes, indeed. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Tuesday, 8:39. Well, the Dodgers got it started strong yesterday. Kike returned. They scored 1 run in the third, and that's all they needed. They would then score more later in the game, but all they needed to do was have that stronger start to beat those stinking Rockies. Learn why giving your kids more support for their feelings helps protect them against toxic stress at first5california.com. Our stronger start, as always, on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, brought to you by First 5 California. Now, Cappy, we got to do an OTD that's like, you know, sometimes we do old stuff. But how about back in 2021? On this day in 2021, the number 1 hit, Olivia Rodrigo, Good For You. Any chance you know this song?
I do.
You do?
And here's why.
All right.
Because I have 3 daughters.
I was going to say you have kids.
Who love Olivia Rodrigo.
Yep.
You know, and have seen her in concert many times. A couple weeks ago, somebody said, when was the last time you paid for a concert ticket? It was, all these kids' concerts.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Not cheap.
So Riley really wants Olivia Rodrigo tickets for, I think it's next year. Impossible to get.
Where?
It was like just at SoFi. And it's impossible.
Well, help them out, Cappy.
Why?
So many people went onto this drawing, and you couldn't get tickets. And if you did, it was like thousands of dollars up in the top 500 level.
Oh,
it was. She is on pace to be around the space of Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
When is that show?
Next year.
Like 27.
Yeah,
summer.
27.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, people who have plans for things way into the future.
I've never been able to do
I'm
it.
so impressed with that.
I know, me too.
I ran into some
You
people.
have those friends, right?
Yeah. Like I ran into some people this weekend. They're like, oh, hey, we made plans to come down here to Mexico like 6 months ago. I'm like, 6 months ago? We made these plans like 2 weeks ago because I can never plan anything.
Everyone's got that guy in their group that's always like, well, you got to let me know so I can put on my calendar, we're having a party for 5 months from now. I'm like, how do you have a clue?
Oh, no, Cappy's that guy because there was a work text last week with Berkey about some dates coming up. And, for me, I'm like, yeah, we'll just make it work. In my head, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Cappy's like, well, I don't know if that's going to work. We're talking about 4 months from now.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to have to go into my calendar and see what's going on. And I'm trying to remember, it was a game of
USC Ohio State.
Yeah, USC Ohio State.
We don't even know the kickoff time.
It was like, wasn't it?
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Halloween.
And Cappy's like, no, that's not going to work for me. And we all know why.
Yeah, of course.
Because of Rachel.
Right. I'm not going to, I'm happy to admit that, listen.
It's Halloween, Cappy. You're not 12.
Need me to fill it?
Take that, scumbag.
Fair point. I will give you fair point.
Good job, Bernie.
Do you need me to fill in that day? If he's
we're going to be at the game.
Yeah.
I'll be there with you.
So USC Ohio State is on Halloween. And I my initial reaction is, yeah, of course, man, awesome. Because USC Ohio State, what a game, right? And my natural reaction is, of course, I'll go. And then I was like, wait a second. My girlfriend loves Halloween. Loves Halloween. So I say to Bergie, I go, I don't know if that one's going to work. And he responds by saying, well, it's possible that it's a noon kickoff. Would that change things?
It is possible.
Yeah. He goes, would that change things? And I'm like, maybe. Because by the time game's over, 3 o'clock, I'm home. I get plenty of time. I got plenty of time to get to the Halloween party.
So you're dressing up.
And Rachel, and let me say this also.
No,
Rachel
I wouldn't, but she does.
She does.
So you do too,
I have
then.
to. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel also enjoys our USC spread. So by the end of the game, she won't know what date it is.
That is also a possibility. I mean, she does like going to these USC games, and she likes the VIP, and the food is usually really good, and there's a lot of Coors Light flowing,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be a great season.
This hour of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show brought to you by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and Angelica's Insurance has got you covered. From auto and home to business and life, they build a plan just for you, even DUI and SR22 coverage, to get you back on the road fast. Visit angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today, Cappy.
All right. Hey, Geeter, let me ask you this while we've been talking a lot today. Evan Cohen just spent 30-plus minutes talking. Well, let me rephrase this. He spent a few minutes talking about the Knicks and the Cavs and the Knicks moving on to the NBA Finals. And then he brought up what I think was a very interesting point, which is when you look at the Knicks and you look at how they're constructed and how deep they are, he made a point, which was this is what the Lakers are going to have to do eventually. They're going to have to get deeper. They're going to have more guys who can come off the bench and can score and can play. And we're watching it in these playoffs. We're seeing how deep Oklahoma City and San Antonio are, especially when you're Oklahoma City and you're looking at like injuries that they're dealing with right now. So for all this talk about how deep Oklahoma City is, it's going to get tested in particular tonight.
Yeah, and that's what JJ talked about in his exit interview press conference, talked about the priorities of depth and some scoring and multiple guys that can handle the ball. And it wasn't about size or anything like that. JJ zeroed in on those key points. And I think the league has changed, right? When the Warriors started to play their style, everyone wants to emulate it. Now you're seeing how OKC and the Spurs and teams like the Knicks are winning, and it's with depth. I mean, I said this on our show the other day that it used to be about 8 9-man rotations in the playoffs. And I mean 8 was playing very few minutes because your starters are playing over 40 when it comes to playoff times. But these playoffs, the 2-month grueling schedule that it is, depth now matters. And I think my biggest takeaway from that OKC series was they were able to just throw waves of guys at you. And the multiple guys that they have on the team that can hit 3 or 4, 5 threes off the bench. I remember the stat I read after game 1 on our postgame show. I looked at James and Rob and I said, they had 9 threes from their bench, 7 of them at halftime, right? It was McCain going for 4. You looked at it the other day. J. Will gets hurt. The other J. Will has 5 threes. Caruso, game 1, I know they lost, puts up 30, right? Like, so even when they're struggling and they're down 15-0 in that game 3 and they come back and win by 15, Caruso hits a couple threes, they're right back in. Just the multiple amount of guys that they can get you with. And the Spurs aren't as deep, but they are athletic, and they have youth, and they do come at you in numbers as well. They're not as good off the bench, but they're solid. And the Knicks are the same way. They've built like this. They represent the city. This attitude of we're going to outwork you. We're going to be physical. We're going to defend. We're going to throw a number of guys at you. A lot of 3-and-D wings, right? You got OG, Bridges, Hart, guys that can handle the ball. They've really done it the right way. I'm shocked that the Knicks have done it like this, but you got to give them credit because they were a mess for a long time.
Yeah, and people say all the time, like, the NBA is better when the Knicks are good or when the Knicks are competitive. And, some people get offended by that. Like, screw the Knicks, man. I'm tired of hearing about the Knicks. But now they're here. They're back after, 27 years of not being around. And I actually think in particular, and look, you can tell me Oklahoma City's got the 2-time MVP, and you can tell me about how deep they are and how great they are. And you can say San Antonio's got the most freaky player on the planet.
He changes things.
But it's still San Antonio, little teeny tiny town, and little tiny Oklahoma City. And one of those two teams is going to play big, bad Madison Square Garden, New York City, that fan base, the craziness in the streets. So for me, the Knicks being in the finals, it is good for the league.
It is awesome. And they haven't won in, 53 years? I mean, that's insane that they have not had a championship for the New York Knicks in that long. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. It's also fun to make fun of them. Like, listen, they cheer like nobody's business. Every game is like they're having a parade. And it's fun for us to heckle that, too. So it is great for basketball.
Yes, indeed. 8:47. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Geeter in for Sedano. Cappy, let's talk about our downtown L.A. home away from home. You and I are going to be there the next 2 nights, as though I haven't been in enough hotels over the last week of my life. The Great Friends. Great Friends. I get it.
Great Friends.
The Great Friends.
Thank you.
At East Central Hotel.
Hey, Geeter, have you been across the street to the East Central Hotel? It's an awesome spot. First of all, the location's the best because it's right across Figueroa. So if you're coming for a game, hockey game, basketball game, concert, Grammy Museum, restaurants, etc., I mean, everything's right across the street. So when you're coming into downtown LA, that's the place to be. You never want to go home drinking and driving, obviously. And you've got friends coming in for conventions or whatever. It's really the spot to be. And the rooms are the biggest rooms in all of downtown LA. All these brand new mega hotels that they built, they cram them in. You're staying in closets. Across the street at the East Central Hotel, you are spreading out.
You can fit 5-6 guys in there.
And by the way, you guys have your walks. You go on your walks.
And like this evening, I would say that Chris and I are more likely to be walking on a treadmill in the East Central's gym because we'll be watching this San Antonio-Oklahoma City game because it tips off pretty early. And then when we get done, clean up, shower a little bit, and then we'll come down to the Nixo Lounge, and that's where I take over, especially on a Tuesday night. Yeah. I'm practically the bartender in that place because, I'm there. I live there. And I'll turn on the Dodger game tonight. We'll watch the Dodgers tonight. So, listen.
They know you.
Oh, I mean, I live there.
It's like your Cheers.
It's like it's my home away from home. It's the East Central Hotel in downtown L.A., Entertainment's official address. Stay where we stay, the East Central.
And stay here, Jack, because the Sedano and Kap Morning Show with Geeter, we continue in 2.5 minutes from right now on a Tuesday, Jack.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new Chili Crisp dumplings, paired with a premium or beverage drink, like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Mike, in sports dynasties, they don't happen by luck. They happen with culture, coaching, and execution.
That's exactly how we run Rotolo Chevrolet, with all of those ingredients.
So how much of this is why you've been number one 14 years in a row?
When you put all those ingredients together and your processes stay in place, you're going to get great results.
And if you come to the store, you're going to find out why you're number one.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
From the showroom to the service bay, everyone is at top of their game. Rotolo Chevrolet, built like a champion, driven to win. Visit RotoloChevy.com.
Sedano and Kap are making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Hook the whole crew up with a trip to experience the all-new Shark Encounter, now open. Plus, fan favorites like Sea Lions Tonight and the all-new Dolphin Adventures. Stay locked into Sedano and Kap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway all week long on ESPN LA. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
Yes, indeed, 8:50 on a Tuesday morning. Well, you just heard Cappy talk about our friends at SeaWorld. Great friends. Summer is calling at SeaWorld San Diego. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7, you win a chance. You win a family 4-pack to SeaWorld San Diego. Ready for sun-soaked adventures? SeaWorld San Diego is the perfect summer and nighttime destination. Just a short drive away. You know how much we love it. You'll love it too. Plus, you can experience the brand new Shark Encounter, now open. Caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN. Talk to producer Lindsay Baseball and win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. We're back in 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Don't wait until Election Day to vote. You have several easy, convenient options to make your voice heard. Vote early at any of the official ballot drop boxes or vote in person. Visit plan.lavote.gov to learn more. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends May 31st, 2026.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Now.
8:53, good morning. Let's play a little of our friends Yachtly Crew. Over the weekend, they had a great concert at the Sahara outside in Vegas. We got text from Sailor Hawkins is the drummer and the lead singer. Our friend Rob Jones, who leads Yachtly Crew. A lot of ESPN LA fans going up to the Yachtly Crew guys and going, "Hey, sucker, we know about Yachtly Crew because of Sedano and Kap and Morales."
There was this guy at Sahara in Vegas who's like, I think he was the guy who booked Yachtly Crew to the show. And Rob, who's the drummer, who's the band leader, takes a picture with this guy. And he sends me and Chris a picture over the weekend. He's like, they knew about Yachtly Crew because they're all LA sports fans. And as I always say, everybody's listening to ESPN LA. And they were listening one day and they were like, oh, we heard about this band Yachtly Crew. And then they booked them for the Sahara in Vegas. Yeah. They give us a lot of love at times.
They do, and they're getting ready for the big concert all the way in August. We talk about planning ahead. I believe August 22nd in Burbank at the Starlight Theater, the first place I saw them, along with Bergie that night a few years ago. So we'll get ready for that, and then they got a big concert in December, which we'll talk about. we get ready for the Rich Eisen Show top of the hour terrestrially. We will continue on YouTube and on the app. Our digital hour, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. By the way, the Morning Wood, always thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-624 or go to hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale, Cappy. We got about a minute here.
Okay, good, because I want to set up the YouTube hour while we have a minute here. Listen, so Sedano is not on the air today, but he is listening, and he just sent us an interesting tweet, and I was just trying to get there as Geeter and I were having this conversation in the last segment about how the Knicks are set up and how the Lakers could really be using them as a roadmap to building depth and, consistency and so on. But if you're Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavaliers, and you get done getting swept by the Knicks, and you tell your fan base, we're going to do everything humanly possible to take the next step, take a guess what I want to ask Geeter his opinion on. I mean, listen, everybody's looking around like, what? Is it what? Is it, you want to talk more about the movie Stripes? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, here it goes. I want to hear what Geeter thinks about this. Will LeBron be a Laker, or is LeBron more likely to watch the Cavaliers and think, I go win a championship in the East, or I have a better chance of winning a championship in the East?
I knew you were going there.
There you go. We'll do that in a few minutes. The YouTube digital hour is next.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
You ever drive past a building and think, somebody really built that? Right now, there's an opportunity to be that somebody. If you're looking to get into the masonry trade, tile layers, marble masons, caulkers, brick and block layers, this is real hands-on work with real rewards, top wages, full benefits, and some of the best apprenticeship training out there. Build a future that lasts. Join the union that's got your back. Call 626-739-5600 or visit BAC4CA.org.
This World Cup season, the ultimate watch party experience is at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow-braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
The personalities you know.
This season, considering how the hell it went, not a failure. They missed LeBron for the first 14 games. He had no preseason. They lose Austin for 5 weeks. Then he eventually comes back.
The personalities you know, the teams you love, the station you spend time with every day. LA's mega sports station. ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
I know we just had a 3-day weekend, but I was wondering how to extend it into 7. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
There's a casita or daybed with your name on it at Oasis Pool. Reserve one today.
Number 2.
Catch AC/DC tribute band Noise Pollution Thursday, June 4th, free with your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Manitou Cruise pontoon boat. Be here May 31st, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
No, the highlight of last week was definitely the breakfast with Geeter, where he cream cheese, where he spread.
Whoa, careful!
He cream cheese what?
He cream cheese burgie, frankly.
A bagel. The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
He smeared that all over him.
It's an onion bagel,
burgie?
Yeah. The onion bagel.
He got an onion bagel.
Yeah,
huh?
I love onion bagel.
That's your bagel.
My bagel.
He smeared it?
Yep, smeared it.
Why would he have done the smearing?
Because he wants the gig.
He's a nice guy.
Hey, I will smear your bagel. Right. That's how much I really
Is that
would
how
like
I
to.
get a gig?
Right. Is that what it takes? Is that what it's going to take, Bergie? I got to smear your bagel?
A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous. Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it. You were riding high on the stinger last time. Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, my girls, stay tuned.
As the young kids will say, lit.
Ripped down the line and a fair ball into the left field corner. Kim can absolutely fly, so he's got the green light. He comes home, and it's an RBI double for Kike Hernandez. Welcome back, number
9:02, good morning. The Sedano and Kap morning show begins for our digital hour for this Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. Welcome back from Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you had a beautiful Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Hopefully you took a moment to remember why Memorial Day exists, and then you fed your face with tons of meat product.
Yeah. A lot of protein, huh?
Yeah.
Tri-tip for you, huh?
I made a beautiful tri-tip last night.
Like carved crack style, or just like
what? Now, what'd you say?
Did you marinate? It was like a
I
carved
marinated
crack?
my own.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Your own
And I have a
marinade.
very special recipe. And here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
There's probably 700 milligrams of sodium in my tri-tip.
Oh.
It's amazing. But I am very thankful that I can make my tri-tip like I used to. Because I don't know if you know this, Skeeter, I almost died.
Yeah, I had not heard that.
And then sodium was a risk. And one of the things I thought when I thought if I never recovered fully from heart failure and have to watch sodium like a hawk forever, I won't be able to make my tri-tip. And it brings so many people joy. Yeah. When I slide my meat in their mouth and they all look at me and go,
"Whoa,
wow, this tri-tip is some of the best I've ever had."
Juicy.
I actually like it. I cook it more medium well. You know why? Brings out more of the flavor in the crust.
Oh, yeah? I like the crunch on the outside.
But now that I can make my tri-tip, have it, enjoy it, stuff my face, and then take my blood pressure afterwards, and it's completely normal. Actually, better than normal.
Do people like your recipe? Like, do you share your recipes? Is it just for you?
I mean,
Like
it's
your
just what I do.
How long does it take to marinate this tri-tip?
So I did it yesterday morning. Then I let it sit in the fridge for about 5 hours. Then I take it out about 90 minutes before I cook it. Let it warm up a little bit.
That's a production.
And then I cooked it very slow. It actually took about 85 minutes to cook.
Oh, really?
On
So
the
you
grill,
don't-
very low heat. Very low
See,
heat.
I like to do the whole, sear it on the outside on this side?
No, because you ruin the fibers.
Oh,
the
I don't know anything
tri-tip,
about
the whole thing, the whole purpose of a tri-tip cut is that the meat fibers, that's why you want to take it out of the fridge, let it rest so those fibers loosen up.
See,
and when you cook it slow, a tri-tip's supposed to be cooked nice and slow.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Because what Geeter said was, did you do it Cardiff Crack style? And what they do is they give you the instructions. It's like 15 minutes on one side, char it, flip that thing, then you char it on the other side, then you shut off the middle grill and you only take the heat from the side.
Oh, well, so it's a similar thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
so good.
But then it's like 30 minutes. So the whole process could take like 45 minutes.
And are you eating it right off the grill, or do you have to let it sit?
I
and
let
do
it
the
sit.
juice? Okay.
About 15 minutes afterwards,
Gotcha.
put it back in a tin, put foil over it, let it rest.
Yeah, leftovers?
Did you
No.
bring any for us?
I know. Sounds
Talk
honestly,
about how great it is.
Stephanie and I took it all down.
The whole thing?
So
How big
much.
was it? How big was
It
this
wasn't
thing?
that big, but so much so that we passed out afterwards. I had a whole barbecue plan. Burgers, dogs, we didn't get into any of it. We did burrata, like a midday burrata snack that she made.
Mm-hmm.
Was beautiful.
I'm starving right now.
And then
I'm
we did the
myself.
tri-tip, and we were asleep by 6 p.m.
Yeah. And that's what Memorial Day is all about.
That's what it is about.
barbecues. And I will say this, because I was telling Chris this last week, and Greg and Lindsay, I was at the World War II Museum in New Orleans about a week and change ago. You talk about having like a whole different perspective on World War II, because I'm not any sort of a historian of any kind, but when you hear about how America had this like isolationist sort of attitude, we don't care what's going on that in Europe. We don't care what's going on in Japan. We don't want anything to do with any of it. And then, of course, America gets attacked in World War II, in Pearl Harbor, and that brings America into the war. But I didn't know this back until I went to this museum. Our military was so much smaller than Germany's or Japan's or the Soviet Union. We just didn't have the manpower because we were coming off World War I, and we had no appetite for any sort of conflict at this time.
Yeah, it was a tough time in our country,
Right.
too. I mean, going through a lot.
But what happened is that once we were attacked, America went, oh, we're in. And
go time.
And instead of there being a draft, there was no need for a draft because people were signing up in droves. Yeah. They were kids, young kids, 18, 19-year-old young men were arguing with their moms and dads, I'm going. And your parents are like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. And then what happened is when all these young people, men and women, black, white, Hispanic, it didn't matter where you were from or what your cultural background was, when they all started to join, then the rest of the people, and they really gave credit to females mostly, were working these factory jobs because we had to hurry up and build equipment and stuff to go around the world and battle. And then when we got to Europe and the Americans were like, what the hell is going on here? We didn't even know what was happening here. So, like, for me, I had this new renewed gratitude for that
That's super
generation,
cool.
you know?
Yeah.
In fact, I've got these people at the World War II Museum. They're researching my grandfather so that they can hopefully find where he was and what battles he was in. But and I was telling the guys the story. In 1973 in St. Louis, there was a massive fire. And most of the Army records and the Air Force records were all destroyed in this fire.
And they didn't have them on.
So, and
Yeah,
there was no cloud back in the day.
Oh.
You know, there was no place to, everything was literally filed in paper. So we'll see if they can find anything on where he was.
You know, when you have kids and they're growing up, they always think of Memorial Day as like kicking off their summer. They think of going to the beach. They think of barbecues. But it's interesting because my wife's father, he's no longer with us, but he was in Vietnam and he flew rescue missions. And always remind them, like, this is why you're here and you can enjoy all this stuff. But there's a lot of people that put their lives on the line, you know, and sacrifice their lives for us to be able to have all the tri-tip.
Right. And the
that
burgers
Morales is
and
making.
the dogs and the burrata and everything else that people might have been doing yesterday afternoon.
And
as well.
last night on the History Channel, I was asleep, so I didn't get to see it. But I'm looking forward to it. Tom Hanks is narrating. I believe it's like a 20-part series
started
on
last
World
night?
War II.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Because
it
I was
started last
watching the
night.
Vietnam doc during the day. I was on the treadmill for like 90 minutes. And I was just walking and watching this Vietnam doc in the garage. And then they went into a Ulysses S. Grant doc, which I didn't watch much of that. And then I was looking forward to like 8 o'clock tonight, World War II, and then we were asleep. But I'm sure it's on demand. But Tom Hanks is narrating it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's producing it too. He does a great job with all those things.
Well, they had a whole thing at the World War II Museum about this documentary
Right.
series that Hanks is narrating. Now, do you know this? Is it like part 1 was last night, part 2 is tonight? Is it the next 20
I believe it's like
days?
a 20-part series.
It is
so-
20.
Yeah.
But is it consecutive
so.
night after night after
That's
night?
usually how they do it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was also something CNN produced, a 2-hour, I guess I'll call it, documentary about World War II, and I started watching that last night. But I was in bed by like 7:30. I mean, I was literally going to bed super early because I knew I had to get up super early because long drive, et cetera. But yeah, Memorial Day, summer has begun. But,
Summer has begun.
But don't forget why. There you
Before
go.
we dive into sports,
Mhm.
I want to take a moment here on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Memorial Day was special for multitude of reasons, but also there's a new ESPN LA teammate that was welcomed into the world. The great Carlos Saisu. He is the head of our digital content team. He's usually here with us the last few months on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We love Carlo. But he welcomed in his second child, Aiden Bean Saisu.
Aiden
Bean.
After Kobe Bean,
After
you think?
Kobe Bean.
100%.
Him and his wife, Pamela, welcomed in a new bundle of joy. Now, I don't have the details. Do you, Bergie, on the length, the width, the weight?
The length and the width. Yeah, you need the width, too. Huh?
Gotta have the width.
But welcome to the family. Aiden Saisu, Carlo and Pamela, parents for the second time, growing their family. Congratulations, Carlo. We'll miss you the next few weeks while you're on leave, but we love you. And congratulations. A Memorial Day, baby.
Yeah, mazel tov.
Mazel, as they say.
Ready to go, man. That's awesome. Last time Carlo had a baby, I tried to buy him diapers, but I couldn't figure out the registry, so I just gave up.
You said,
like I literally could not
actually end up giving him diapers?
No, I didn't.
Get Rachel on that? Like, hey, got to get a gift.
No, but thankfully this year we have a young lady who works over in our marketing side, and she's been putting out emails about, hey, if you want to contribute to a gift. So I was like, hey, I do. Will you take cash, or do you have to do the Venmo thing or whatever? So I'm going to stop by today. I want to participate, but last time they had a registry. And I swear to you, for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out how to use the registry. So therefore, there were no diapers.
We should get Carlos some diapers for young Aiden, but we'll get matching diapers.
For
diapers for the kid and then diapers for us.
Yeah, grandpa diapers.
Yeah, it'll be a beautiful thing.
We need them.
All right, let's get to sports
All
now.
right, let's do this. So here, Geeter, I set this up at the end of the second hour, and we're now into the YouTube hour. I want to kind of get your thought on this. So Sedano sends us a tweet, and let me read to you this tweet. It says this. A Cleveland bakery owner claims that Charles Oakley told him LeBron James is 95% coming back to the Cavaliers after meeting with Maverick Carter. Now, when just the way the sentence is written, I wonder if it was Charles Oakley who met with Maverick Carter or if LeBron had met with Maverick Carter. For me, I question it. I'm just not 100% clear on it.
And it was a baker.
My God, I
a
don't
baker?
know.
Who's
a Cleveland bakery owner? A bakery owner. I don't know.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, you heard it from the bakery owner. But hey, listen, when you have a good bakery and somebody comes into your bakery and it's Charles Oakley, and you go, "Hey, Charles, what do you think about LeBron, man? Maybe think about coming back to Cleveland." And Charles Oakley tells you, well, what I've heard is he's 95%.
I actually just had lunch with Maverick Carter. He's 95%.
Right.
Come to Cleveland.
So somebody puts this out there. I would ask it like this. If I'm LeBron and I'm sitting at home last night and I'm watching the Cavaliers play the Knicks because I'm a basketball junkie, number one. That's my hometown team. That's where I went home to deliver a championship. I'm still very interested. Oh, by the way, all the talk about free agency, LeBron is listed by Bobby Marks of ESPN as the top free agent available.
Number one
guy, which honestly, at 41, going into 42 years old, if LeBron James is the number one free agent in all of the NBA, what does that tell you about this year's free agency class? Just doesn't sound very strong. But I would ask you this question because you follow this as close as anybody. Do you think there's a possibility that LeBron could be watching the Cavs last night lose and think to himself, in the East, I have a real chance if I went home and played for the Cavs to make a championship run versus if I stay with the Lakers and I watch tonight San Antonio against Oklahoma City. By the way, I don't need to watch them on TV because I saw them up close and personal three-dimensionally, and I saw what they did to us. I don't think the Lakers are going to compete with Oklahoma City or San Antonio next year. But if I played for the Cavaliers, could we have competed with the Knicks this year? And could we make a championship run if I were on this team next year? What do you say?
I think he looked at that game and said, these soft-ass Cavs, I can't even help these guys. They quit. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
He should think that way.
He should think that way, right?
Absolutely should.
He should think that way.
To have a star in Donovan Mitchell who just gives up. Like, come on.
That's why he's a phony baloney. Because you know
all
what?
Of them are.
If LeBron were there, LeBron's a real, true leader. And if LeBron were there, they would not be quitting and giving up. I could tell you that right now.
You hear that?
I mean, here's the deal. Is the pathway to the finals a little easier in the East?
I think it's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier in the East, Lindsay, right?
Look at the Knicks.
So, yeah, is he thinking that? I don't know. But obviously, 100% there is a pathway there because it is so wide open, right? It's bought. And by the way, Indiana's going to have a shot next year. Detroit's going to get better. Like, all these teams have a shot. You can't even pick one. Like, I didn't have the Knicks in the final. I knew they'd be top 3. But everyone knows it's going to go through OKC and San Antonio. So, yeah, I'm sure that there is a part of this where you can look and go, what do I really want? Do I want to go back to the place where it all started, have a chance to go to the finals? Obviously, you look at that team. They need a person like that. But I always keep going back to Windy Wednesdays and what he says, like, there still has to be a lot of work for that to happen. They can only, what can they offer him? $3 million?
Okay.
And then you make some moves and you do some trades, and now you're changing your roster, and now you can offer him 15.
Okay, but let me ask it like this. And I would ask it, if I could ask LeBron, I'd ask it like this. What's more important to you? Is making $30 million from the Lakers and not really truly competing for a championship better than making $3 million?
He's not going anywhere for $3 million, though.
Well, but this is what I'm trying to get at, though, is that if you would like to have a chance at winning a championship, forget money. Just take money out of the equation for 1 second, because money is not a problem for LeBron James. Can we agree on that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
They would have to make some trades. I don't think that there's any world that he's playing for $3 million.
I understand
That's all they have available.
But you're saying money's not a factor.
I'm saying I understand.
But it is a factor, though.
But
it has to be.
I understand that it would be, quote unquote, insulting that LeBron James only makes $3 million. A player of his stature, of his caliber, even at this age, LeBron James is still, as Wendy said, he's still a $40, $50 million a year player. Pay him, give him a hug, tell him you're sorry, and let him go out and play for the Lakers. But on the other hand, if money were not an issue at all and it didn't matter, all you cared about was winning a championship, and if Cleveland gave you what you thought was a better chance of winning than the Lakers do, then why should money come into the equation when you're 41 years old and you're a billionaire? Who cares about $30 million versus $3 million when you're getting to go in a storybook way, go back to your hometown for the third time and have an opportunity to deliver again? Now, I sit here and say that, and I guess people are probably driving around right now going, yeah, but it's not your money. I understand that it's not my money, and I understand the massive difference between $30 million and $3 million for you and me, but not for him.
You're not alone in this thought. Like, there are people, Kendrick Perkins, I mean, Channing Frye has said it on his Road Trippin' podcast when he got the question from a fan. I happened to watch it. Where do you want to see him go? And as a friend, as a former teammate, he goes, I don't know, but I'd like to see him go back to Cleveland because he likes the story. He's beloved there. And could he get them over the hump and back to the final? So that story it does make sense. What you're saying makes sense. And it's right there in front of you, right? But I just don't know. I've learned to Cappy covering him. Man, I've been wrong so many times. Like, he's not playing tonight. He plays. He's going here. He stays. So I don't know what his camp feels, and I really don't know what the Lakers feel. And I actually like that. I think the Lakers, the way they are run now, they're keeping everything close to the vest. I hope there's conversations going on, and I'm sure LeBron knows. I'm wanted here, and I want to be here. We're going to make it work, and money won't matter. Or I have to go somewhere else, and where can I go? And not a lot of teams make sense. Cavs make sense. New York doesn't need him now, right? Playing that 1 year in Madison Square Garden, they're in the finals now. That doesn't make any sense. Golden State, does that make sense to you?
Not
doesn't
really.
to me.
I mean, listen, I get the whole...
There's two places. L.A., Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the romantic nature of him playing with Steph Curry, yeah, it sounds cute. It doesn't sound championship, though. It sounds like, hey, you're taking two legends and you're putting them together for one, theatrical season.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you're putting them together for a championship run.
See, I'm with you on that.
If LeBron James were to go to Cleveland, his hometown, where he has played, this would be the third time, and he had a real opportunity to help them get over the hump. Listen, I just go back to what Dan Gilbert said, their owner. We're going to do everything we can do this summer to go from where we are, which is making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, to making it to the NBA Finals. We're going to do everything we can do. Well, one thing you could do is you could talk to LeBron James, who is a free agent, and try to convince him to come home. LeBron, look at our roster. You know our city. This is your team. This is your town. Finish here at home. But wait, I don't want to finish at home. because I can make $30 million playing for the Lakers, and I can only make $3 million playing for you. Okay, where do you have a better chance to win a championship?
But who's on that Cleveland team?
Well, let's just assume for a moment, because I'm not breaking down every move. I'm just saying, if you could add LeBron to the nucleus of what Cleveland has and not knowing every contract and who's going to be a free agent and who's going to be moving on, if you could just add LeBron, and it's $3 million in Cleveland versus $30 million in LA, but LeBron was smart enough, because I think he is, to know I have a better chance of making it to the finals in the East than I do in the West, because getting past Oklahoma City or getting past San Antonio with the core team that the Lakers currently have, going to be pretty hard to do. And by the way, you can add 2 or 3 or 4 guys, but even that's your first year with this group. So what's the likelihood that a first-year new group is going to get over on these two teams that we're going to watch tonight?
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Lakers were a better team than the Cavs this year. They were a better team than the Cavs. It was close, but I think the Lakers were a better team. But look where the Cavs ended up.
Right, simply because of the conference they play in. And really, hey, Lindsay, really, I mean, the money is really...
Although they did go 7 round 1.
I don't think that you could say definitively that the Lakers were better than the Cavs. I thought the Lakers would go further than the Cavs because I just thought they don't have that fight. The Cavs didn't have that fight in them, and they seem to lack like a clear leader, somebody like LeBron. And I'm not saying, like, you know, every team, every good contender has a clear leader, and I don't think that the Cavs do. But anyway, Cappy, you were saying about the money?
Yeah, I mean, is it really... Is that what this could all really hinge on?
I think it's different if you're talking like $20 million or $15 million than $3 million. I don't think he's going anywhere for the veteran minimum. That's crazy. But I think that's insulting no matter who offers it to him.
Yeah, but if you're if you're a 5th-year player, I'm making up a number. I get that. I buy that. I do. I understand that. But again, this is an opportunity to say I'm going home to a place where I already delivered, in a conference where I think I have a better chance of winning. And look at the story. Look at this romantic story of LeBron finishes his career at home. And by the way, he makes a massive financial sacrifice for the good of the organization. What an angel of a guy. I mean, I'm writing the story. Now, would he read the story? I don't know. But I find it
Is
so
he
hard.
buying that story? I don't know.
Yeah,
Is his family?
Well, hey, how about this? Let me throw this at you.
I don't think his family is. Why would they want to go back to Cleveland?
If the Lakers say to you, we want you here. Here's what we're going to pay you for 1 year. Let's just throw out a Bobby Marks number, $30 million. You'd rather stay in L.A., wouldn't you?
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Right?
But hold on. You just brought up a great point. That's if the Lakers say that. We all make an assumption that the Lakers want LeBron.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, because organizationally, with new ownership, we all say that they're not patient. The Lakers are not a patient organization. Well, they've got new owners, and new owners are bringing in new people to do new stuff. And what we don't really know is that from the top, is everybody just on the LeBron team? Or from the top, are they like, hey, you know what? We've seen him win a championship here with the Lakers. We've seen how far the Lakers can go. This is now the Luka team. And so it's time to move on. I don't know the answer. I'm just posing the question.
That's the question.
And also the guy that they just brought in is all about the salary cap. He's going to be the one that's working with it. So that $30 million is basically, we talked about it, remember, when you were here last time. If you bring LeBron back, and I'm not saying not to, you are basically running it back. You're running back the exact same team that you had last year, and just saying this year is going to be different against Oklahoma City and the Spurs. And if you do that, you're kind of in trouble there. You're not getting past either one of those teams. So by bringing LeBron back, it's at $30 million. You're saying we're not going for it again this next year. This is a regular year to let LeBron have his farewell tour.
But to Wendy's point, when he was here, he said realistically, LeBron really literally is the best free agent available. And how are you going to replace his production, especially for that amount of money? $30 million, if we're talking about production and what's best for, maximizing the value, who are you going to get in free agency?
It's not 1 for 1. It's not 1 for 1 at that point. You have to have a full on.
Right, but
plan.
even if you get exactly. Even if you get 2 or 3 players, what 2 or 3 players are even going to come close to that?
Yeah, are you re-signing Rui at $20 million? Are you letting Luke Kennard walk? And now you have to go get younger. You have to go get more athletic, and you're not getting 5 new guys. You need 2.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to start small and you're going to build. They're not bringing in 8 new players, I don't think.
No, but I would just say this,
technically can.
Yeah, I mean, they can.
But to Lindsay's point and to Wendy's point, you're giving up a massive amount of production. Can I ask everybody a question here? When Aaron Donald was contemplating retirement over the course of several years, call it 3 years of his career, did anybody here think that the Rams were going to replace Aaron Donald 1-for-1?
No.
No. So what they did is they started preparing for the future. They started drafting multiple guys to play various positions along the defensive line because Aaron Donald by himself was a completely one-man disruptive force. But then they went out and they drafted a Kobe Turner. They got a Poona Ford in free agency. They drafted a Braden Fisk and a Jared Verse. And the list goes on of guys that they went out and said, Byron Young. They went out and found a bunch of guys, 5 or 6 guys to replace one guy. So all I'm trying to say is that if you're the new Lakers ownership, are you as committed to being in the LeBron business as previous Lakers ownership was? Or are you now more into the mode of we're now in the Luka business? And the Luka business is hand this team over to Luka. And the only way to hand it over to him is to say the LeBron era is over.
And I'm going to jump on that. And Bergie, correct me if I'm wrong. I think what makes the Dodger ownership, and I know I keep going to that because they are now combined basically, and you're kind of going to try to mirror each other. I know the rules are different. They are about good contracts for the team.
Yep.
Right? NBA a lot of times is centered on the player and player options. And I think OKC, when you look at Sam Presti, Hartenstein's a team option. Right. Dort's a team option. I think what I'm most excited about, because you're hitting on something there, is the contracts that the Lakers are going after and how they're going to build. That's what excites me as a Laker fan. And I know I'm thinking Dodgers, and I know it's different rules, Cappy, right? But that's what makes them so good.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm so curious, like, how they approach this offseason.
Yeah, and I think you're right. They do approach it that way. And the way that the Spurs and Oklahoma City do it, it's all team options. There's nobody that has a player option. We want all decision-making abilities. And that's the way that I feel like the Walter Group will have that same kind of thing. So if you do let LeBron go, and you do say, hey, you know what? You okay there, Morales? Everything okay? If you do say AR, we're not going to give you the full amount. We're not going to give you the $45 million. We're actually going to give it to you around 30 because we need to be able to be flexible with what we do. That's more exciting. Do you feel like Laker fans would be more excited about the same team coming back, LeBron, AR, everybody, and run it back, or a brand new team that's Luka and AR? But it's all under team-friendly, deeper, where you always talk about for OKC, the 10 guys, the 12 guys. If it's more of that, which would Laker fans be more excited about?
I think, personally, you win 53 games. Yes, there were the injuries. You won a playoff round without Luka. I think Laker fans want to see some new blood. They want to run it back with a core, but they want to see some additions. Like, they don't want to just see the same team. I don't think. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong at all. I think.
So who are these young guys, though, that they're going to get?
I'm saying, okay, I'll just throw out a name. A Peyton Watson, right? Even though he's restricted, and I think Denver's going to match. But say a Peyton Watson type of player. LA roots, obviously, Long Beach Poly and UCLA, but that type of player, I'm just throwing out his name because that type of player, athletic, wing, shoots, fits with stars, a Mitchell Robinson, who I think the Knicks will now do everything in their power to keep. But those type of guys, those names that are out there, the Robert Williams, the Laker fans, I think, at least the ones I know, and I know a lot of them, they want to see some new blood as well.
Just think that,
because what are you building around Luka is ultimately what you're doing.
Well, listen, again, I keep saying the same thing, but there's two ways you look at this. There's pursuing a championship and running a business. If the Lakers decide that we cannot, in the short term, based on the roster and the restrictions and the available free agents and everything else, we don't think we can compete with Oklahoma City or San Antonio this upcoming season. If they think that, the smart business move is to do what Wendy said. Give LeBron his money. Mm-hmm. Tell him you love him. Tell him thank you for doing what you did this year, which is taking a back seat and then having to get up front and drive. Hey, thank you for your service, and we really appreciate you, LeBron. You're the man. But this is Luka's team, and we need you to understand that this is Luka's team, but you're making more money here. Your family's comfortable here, and we're kicking the can, to use his phrase, Wendy's, down the road. But if this is a business thing, because ticket prices are going up. You mentioned Lon Rosen's name earlier. He's now the business guy. Lon is going to do everything he can to maximize every ounce of real estate inside that building. If it's a business decision, you bring LeBron back because he's good for the business. If it's about running a championship organization as quickly as possible, then maybe the Lakers don't really want LeBron back, because until he's gone, how does it really become Luka's team? That's my opinion. George and I argue about this all the time. All the time.
And it's going to be talked about all the way up until it happens.
Yeah.
Right?
We
every day.
We battle about this all the time, how no one can be a leader when you already have an established leader. And I'm still of that opinion that inside of a locker room, I don't care how good Luka is. I don't care these first-team All-NBA. I don't care how many points he scores per game. LeBron James is always going to be the leader of that team. And by the way, not because LeBron wants to be necessarily, because everybody will respect him.
I think James Worthy and Byron Scott and guys like that would tell you that it was Magic's team for sure. He was the best player, but Cap was still Cap. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was still in that locker room, and everyone still bowed down to Kareem because he was that guy. And they still looked up to him, and he still had a voice. Even though Magic was the charismatic one and he was taking over the league, Kareem was still in that locker room. So it takes really a certain type of personality for that to work. Because I understand what you're saying, right? It's like when Kobe was still here, and they were thinking about LaMarcus Aldridge and other people coming and joining him, and they got Dwight Howard. You're not the guy when Kobe's here. That's for sure. Kobe's the guy.
And that's how I feel about LeBron. LeBron may not be the best player. He can be the second best player, but he's still LeBron James. And these guys are all literally like almost 20 years younger than him, 15, 16 years younger than him. So they're all going to look up to him. Understandably so. I would.
Yeah.
If I were in that locker room, I'd be like, whatever you say, man. You're the boss.
By the way, Sedano just put in the group chat that according to ESPN Cleveland, Wendy was on there and says LeBron James is reportedly not willing to take a pay cut to return to the Cavs.
So there you go.
So no $3 million veteran minimum for LeBron.
And what is it? The most they could get him is probably 15 if they move.
No, the Cavs. If they move,
they
guys.
moved piece, but now you're moving who? Jared Allen?
Well, they also have guys that are free agents.
How does it feel, Cappy?
They have Sam Merrill is a free agent. They've got a couple other guys that are free agents. So
they're like $75 million.
Sedano's not even on the air today, and he put it in your face.
Yeah. Hey, listen. The good news is he's listening.
But by the way, the guy at the bakery.
Yeah,
he says
95%.
$3 million.
And what do you need? You need a scone with that or what?
By the way, is there no more worthless item in the world than a scone?
A scone makes no sense.
Suck.
Like
scones.
No, what do you like them for?
I like scones.
so
like
hard.
a chocolate chip scone. That's a
You
good
get
scone.
the
like
maple
bricks.
on top. You take a bite. You're like, oh man, it's so good.
Why
And
not
then
just
it's
have
the
a
driest thing.
Yeah, just have a chocolate chip cookie.
No, I mean the inside is sometimes soft.
Have
and
a
that's nice
cannoli.
one.
Dude,
Yeah,
get
have
on
a
your
No,
cannoli.
no cannolis. I don't like
Why?
the cream. I
You
don't like
like
the cream.
cannolis?
You
No,
don't
I
like the cream in the middle?
No, I don't like the cream.
Oh,
not
my
a fan.
God.
Not a fan of the cream in the middle.
Unfortunate.
No.
That's too
You
bad.
like schmear?
You'd rather have
I like
the
schmear.
dry.
I like schmear. Especially when you schmear my bagel.
You'd rather
Smear
have
that
dry, dry scone versus creamy cannoli.
A scone
no
just
cone.
seems like a worthless item.
No, it's good
But for what?
Yeah.
for taste.
No, it
No.
doesn't taste
It
good.
gives you one bite tops, and then it's dry by the time you swallow it.
No, eat the
I hate
whole
when
thing
that
through, and
happens.
they're nice, and but they're big too. Yeah, I like a scone. Who doesn't like a good scone?
We all don't.
Yeah.
All
One of
of
the
us.
most
you guys are
pointless
wrong.
bakery items ever.
What?
It's one of the most pointless bakery items ever.
Yeah, it's just not. I don't see the point of a scone.
Yeah.
Give me all your scones. I'm all in on the scones.
I haven't
remember
had
that.
a scone in years.
Me neither.
Yeah. You get a scone, bring them here.
Okay.
9:32. I think we reached our tipping point on the Lakers there.
Time for a Lindsay
We
segment. I think.
cleanse the palate a little bit. Let's do the Lindsay segment. Oh, Beto Duran just walked in.
Betito!
Beto, hold on for a second.
I'm
What's
not on
Beto
George's
doing?
group chat, am I?
He wants to hang out.
I
You want to
love
go
Beto.
hang out?
Just hanging out?
Beto's
We'll get
got
it.
the
Lindsay
long
segment?
hair
I don't know if
going
we're
now.
paying you to be on the air today or not.
Beto's
Oh,
got
you're
the
not?
long
By the way,
hair.
I had no idea that was him with the long hair.
I know. Well, the
No,
thing
so
is,
this is the
He
thing.
likes the long
Yeah.
hair.
He
now.
likes the long
It
hair.
looks great. It
Get
looks
in
good.
here.
And
So
the other
Beto,
thing
you
is-
just want to hang out.
Yeah.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
do the Lindsay segment.
The other thing
Yeah,
is
go
that
ahead.
Beto, I've heard Beto say this on the air. It's either a choice between putting gas in my truck or it's long hair. I mean, it's haircut or it's gas. You know, and I agree with him.
Wow.
Look how
All right, well,
look at
Beto
how
gets
cute he is
set.
today.
Time for the Lindsay segment.
What's that all about?
It's
Give me
so
some.
strong.
Bring it in.
We like to play a TV theme, or how about a Star Wars theme? Because Memorial Day weekend back in 1977, Star Wars opened, marking the biggest entertainment juggernaut in modern pop culture. This, of course, is the Star Wars disco theme, which I love, yeah. The Cantina Band. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. Or one of my favorite things. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Who are you pointing to?
Oh, want to get for the shot. He needs to be on the over to the right. Yeah, go to the right, next to Cap.
I think I got to pot up his mic since producer Jorge's not here. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor of the Lindsay segment, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. Peter, did you say you want to be in the Sedano group chat, like the Sedano Kap morning show?
I just was like...
It's a lot of text.
It's a lot, yeah, but you can always put it on Do Not Disturb.
Maybe it's best I'm not.
I don't know. You don't have time for that. I don't know how to put it on Do Not Disturb, but I'll tell you this right now. At 3 o'clock in the morning, when Lindsay's texting about how she thinks Kenny Atkinson should be fired, and my phone is illuminating, I'm like, what's going on? And then I look at my phone, like something's happening, and it's Lindsay talking about Kenny Atkinson. You don't want to be in this group chat.
Listen, you could ask Beto about what happened when he was in the group chat.
Best thing ever, getting kicked out by Cappy.
So they got into a little bit of a spat on the air, Cappy and Beto.
Beto, shut up!
And that was
it was
totally
a long
genuine.
Story, though. It was a long story.
It was. And then, long story short, Beto, you removed yourself from the group chat.
Yeah, because Kaplan said, why is he even in this chat?
He did.
That's
he
right.
did say that.
And I said, okay, cool. Bye.
And all you see is a little text that says, Beto Duran has left S&K group chat.
Did you mean it when you said it?
I meant it in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not taking it back at all.
I didn't need to be in there.
And listen, I give Beto a lot of credit because I don't have the guts.
Yeah.
I'm such a little wimp.
Have you left a conversation before?
Never. Because instead of
How
being
many times have you wanted to?
Oh, because instead
His
of being
entire phone.
Because instead of being a grown man like this guy right here and saying, you know what, I'm out on this group chat. I don't want to insult everybody in the group chat. Oh, he left. He doesn't want to hear from us anymore. What a jerk he is. I don't have the guts to do that. Beto is a grown man. He's a real man. And he said, you know what,
just
screw
mute
you
it.
all. You can mute it, but it's just like leaving is like saying, I don't want to be part of this anymore.
Right.
And Beto actually made a declaration.
Well, when you said, why is he here? I know where I'm not wanted.
And you know what you
most
thought?
places.
Why
so
am I
leave.
here?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't have been there anyways. It was the entire full-time staff and then me.
Yeah.
Get out. And all I said was, I just had like one question. Like, why? And
that's
then
not what happened.
Cappy flipped.
That's not what happened. No. It's
I don't have
going to
start all over again.
I don't have the time for all the nonsense joke insults. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have the time
I insult
for
you
it.
to your face.
Yes,
Not
you do,
text.
and that I appreciate. That I appreciate.
What was this? Do you remember what the particular insult was?
So here's what started.
No, I don't.
Because that's where the drop comes from.
let's go
Beto,
back.
shut up. So we were doing afternoons.
Yep.
And it was a Tuesday because I was in.
Yep.
And Beto was sitting in for Chien. And Cappy was on the road. And this was before, like, we all had the YouTube in front of us. Like I have the iPad in, so we see the pre-feed. So we were just listening. And Cappy's trying to tell a story. And I think I initiated, like, making a joke of, like, oh, here's a long-winded Cappy story again.
So here we go again.
And then Beto interrupted it. And then finally, Cappy lost it and gave us this.
Beto, shut up.
And then he went on.
Drop forever.
Yeah. And he went on to then insult him, like, you're not the star of this show.
That's not what
You're
happened.
not Morales.
But what happened?
Just shut up.
But you want to know what the worst part was?
Not to say I'm the star of the show. He meant Sedano.
Because he was trying to tell us about him working out the ESPN gym.
Yes, that's what it was.
And trying to call IT and then call this person and then my ID, my badge. It was like, bro, the show ends in 5 minutes. Come on.
and so
we still have dealer's choice.
He replied all to like the email from the entire company.
And when I talk about being a wimp, like to not leave a group chat, here's how much of a wimp I really am. As soon as we get done, what happens? I call Beto. I literally call him.
I'm sorry, Beto.
Because I never use the word. I never use the phrase "shut up." I think saying to somebody,
did you
"Shut
feel
up,"
bad?
Oh, terrible!
Beto,
oh my God.
shut
I was like,
up.
I was like, Beto, hey man, I'm really sorry. I never do that. I never even use that phrase. Shut up. It's very rude of me. Like, I'm really sorry. And you know, what did you say?
I started laughing.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
What did he say? Wait, say I want the truth.
He said, hey, he goes, that was my bad, man. He goes, I may have been a little over the top. So the two of us both sort of like hugged it out and apologized
I didn't really mean
a little bit about. No, he
it was like
didn't
the
mean it.
beginning of our friendships. I really didn't know him yet.
Now,
so I didn't really mean like, oh, I'm sorry.
Now we have Mariscos Jaliscos, and now
no. You got soft on me, bro. I look. I may not be interacting in the Summer of Beto, but I am listening to every single moment of the show. And you, sir, are Coastal Elite. Stay over there.
Oh, really? Hey, by the way, hey, Bergie, I don't know if you know this or
How's
not.
that Beach Life Festival ticket for me?
Oh,
By the way,
I'm wondering about it too.
that list is long.
Yeah, 4.
You,
Remember you told me?
Mace,
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Bergie,
Got you.
Cappy stiffed all of you.
Not true.
Ireland talked about it. People have been talking about it on the radio.
You never gave Ireland a ticket, and he hooked you up.
What did he hook me up with?
He hooked you up with
He
the
hooked you
person to
up
talk to.
with
No,
Alan.
he didn't.
You
No,
had
he
him on the
nothing to
show.
do. Not one
Wait,
bit.
whoa. Let's clean the tape
Go
because
ahead.
today's a live imaging
Go ahead.
Tuesday, and I'll bring this up.
Yeah.
So you're saying that John Ireland did not make the initial introduction
Correct.
to the Beach Life
That's
people?
100% what I'm saying.
All right.
100%.
I heard differently.
No,
Honestly,
we've
I
all
did.
heard
I mean, I
differently.
don't want you to tell me to
No,
shut up, but
no,
I'm just saying.
no.
Like,
Put it on the post-it
Peter,
note.
I have
shut up.
John
Give me
did
a Geeter shut
John
up.
did not introduce me to them at all. Not one
Shut
bit.
up.
Just telling you what has been said.
Now, Bergie, I just want to say one thing to you. Now, we talk about Mariscos Jaliscos, okay?
Yep.
Do you know that your place, your spot, the place
Sonora
that you love,
Town.
Sonora Town.
Oh, so good.
Do you know that they just got a Michelin rating?
Did they?
Did you read about this?
No, I did not.
Sonora
Where is that?
Town. It's
Right down the street
not
here.
far
It's
from here at all.
Is
Delicious.
that the one with the surf and turf burrito that I want to try that I sent you a picture of?
Maybe, but this.
No, they have the chivichangas and
Dude, right down the street.
so
They
good.
just were.
I got you, Geet. We'll
They
go.
just were announced that they are now a Michelin-rated restaurant.
Wow,
A taco
really?
shop in downtown LA got a Michelin rating.
Wow.
That's
What is
awesome.
their rating? How many stars they get?
That part I
No,
can't
it's
tell you.
before you get to a star. You do not get a star.
Yeah, you
So
get
you're
a
just-
rating, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's still huge.
California Michelin
Massive.
Guide. While it does not hold a Michelin star, it was recently added to the guide selection for its outstanding Sonoran-style tacos, burritos, and house-made flour tortillas.
How about that?
Look at that.
See? I
Now,
bet the
Beto.
prices are up today.
What's up?
Beto, you were at Disneyland yesterday with Ron the Caddy, right?
No, I just posted
What?
a picture that I was there. I wasn't there.
But so you weren't really there yesterday?
I'm not taking that guy to Disneyland.
It's the thought that went through when I was checking because I fell asleep
I
early.
took a couple friends out.
I went through my social media this morning.
Yeah.
I saw the picture, and I was going to text you, but it was like 4:00 in the morning. And
I was up.
like,
I was getting ready for the
I
show.
can only imagine Beto and Ron the Caddy at
No
Disneyland.
chance.
On Memorial Day.
Oh
No
my
chance.
God!
It was actually empty yesterday. I took
Was
some
it?
friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was
Oh,
actually very
really?
empty.
Disneyland was quiet yesterday?
Yeah, very quiet.
Wow.
Dude, your look right now.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah,
The
look
flow?
how good.
Just-
I know he's hot, isn't he?
I mean, it's.
I know, sexy. The hair. Look at that.
I want to
Oh
be
my
like
God.
Richie. You got a little Lou Diamond in
Designer
you.
flow, bro.
Yeah, it looks
So
good.
what hair product do you use now?
None.
You
That's just
use
water.
none?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's just flow?
Just flow, bro. I figure I'm gonna turn 48 this year. I'm gonna let it grow while I still got it.
Yeah.
There's got to be something in there.
No.
Fruits and berries? Juices? And
Pantene Pro V, I guess. That's about it. No, I just came to say hi.
Herbal
guys.
essences.
I'm playing golf at 12 at this area.
Where are you playing?
Griffith Park.
Oh, nice.
call him Coastal Elite, but there you are,
Yeah.
golfing and.
That's at LA City.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
LA
LA
City.
City.
Yeah,
But that's
hard
a
to get
good
that
that's a
detail.
good
Resident
track for
card?
an LA
Yeah.
City.
You
Very
got a
nice.
resident
Well, he's
card
a
for
resident.
discount? No, but you got a discount there because of the residency?
Well, he's an actual resident.
No, I understand, but I'm asking, do you get a discount if you're a resident?
No, that's Torrey Pines.
Yes, because
what they
that's
do.
where I get screwed over.
Well, no, in the city, the LA courses, you get to book a tee time.
Yeah,
if you're a resident.
of the city.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I live in Long Beach.
Yeah, so he's not in.
The Long Beach courses I get early advance if you want.
I have complained many times about not being a resident of San Diego and therefore having to pay the out-of-towner fee at Torrey Pines, which is like $350 to play, which I would never do that, except one time I did. But like the city, you get it for like $75.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I thought we were going to play golf.
What did I tell you? Set it up.
Oh, I have to be the person who said
He
that.
only
You
plays during the
live
week.
there.
No, I thought we were playing. You were taking us to like LA Country Club. But you were taking us to Wilshire.
No,
Go to Black
LACC.
Gold anytime you want. You and guys can go to Black Gold.
Want to go Black Gold?
Yep. You're not going. Anyways, I just came to say hi to Geet. A fantastic addition to the station. Fantastic addition to the morning show. It's a pleasure
It's
hearing you this
official,
morning.
Beto.
I
We're
know.
here today. It's nice.
I know you got the bagel, so it's official.
Yeah, you got that onion bagel. You got smeared.
And by the way, so
Needs
now,
to be done.
once the playoffs are officially over for the NBA, which will be a few more weeks, what will happen is we've got Lakers talk with Trudell.
Yeah.
But then we're going to do the weekday evenings, 6 to 8. And some nights will be Angels baseball, but some nights might be Beto and Geeter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, they ain't
or my
ready.
last.
They ain't ready.
They ain't
They
nowhere
ain't
ready.
ready.
Nobody's ready.
Back when I started a podcast before everybody had one, the Living the Dream podcast,
Yeah.
you can still find it on iTunes. Guest number 1,
Really?
Christopher
McGee.
Arthur McGee.
I was
Now,
the
who's,
first.
who's the
You were number 1.
Christopher Arthur.
Everyone's
Cam, they call him. Yeah. Christopher Arthur.
Gee has some great stories, man. He's the best. Gee is
Christopher
the best.
Arthur would be pretty sweet by now.
Yeah.
will you drive on that show? Or would it be Beto?
Oh, Beto's the driver. Look at him.
I'll drive because Geet.
Can I go? Wait, can I go to
I'm
Disneyland
the
with Ron,
libero.
the caddy now?
that's
can.
a Bergie question.
Okay.
No, you can.
Wow.
You absolutely can.
Wait,
you
just
are an
realized
ESPN employee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can go now.
Yep.
By the
You
way,
had the Silver Pass? Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
And Lindsay, he knows how to use the computer, so you're safe.
I don't think he knows how to use
Well,
a
I
computer
told
at
him
all.
that I would help
lock
him
around
show him how to do it for the first time.
Yeah.
gosh,
Beautiful,
now I want to
beautiful.
share a churro at Disneyland with you.
Oh,
We'll go end to end.
Oh, let's
You're
go.
going to share a churro with him at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Me,
Don't
you,
do that.
Gee.
why?
Hey,
He's cheating.
here it is. Chris, we all the Mexicans. Me, Ron, Chris, and Geet.
Yes.
By the
Yeah.
way, Ron the Caddy at Disneyland.
Olale.
I want to make that.
California Adventure beers.
I want to make that my goal is to get Ron the Caddy to Disneyland.
Oh, we can
Can
do
you
it.
imagine him sniffing the keys at Disney?
No.
Hey, just so you know, your guests are reflective of your yourself. Your guests on your guest pass are a reflection of you. So you might want to be a little bit careful about your choices.
Well, he's a fantastic
Sniffing the
caddy
keys
at
to
LACC.
Disney. I'd like
There it
that.
is. Oh, we're good. Hi, Linz.
Hi, Beto.
Have you ever seen Ron the Caddy in action as a caddy?
No,
No.
I cannot
The
wait
way
for
this guy cleans balls, golf
Oh.
balls, is incredible.
Like thorough?
Oh my God!
Well,
And he washes
will,
them.
The way he will scrape your club,
Yeah.
your club head,
Uh-huh.
get all that schmegma out
Get
of
it
there.
all out of there.
Oh,
Get the what out of there?
Come on now.
Schmegma.
Come
What is
on,
that?
man.
like the what?
Jeez.
Geet,
What?
We go to the Crest, me and Ron.
The crest.
In Torrance.
Oh.
That's where me and Ron go.
Chester, Washington, too? Do you go there?
We'll
Okay.
go
Chester
there.
Wa- I've never played Chester
Fun
Washington.
What a track.
Fun track.
Really?
Yeah, old school
What about
dudes.
Little Westchester?
There's only 15. But
I know,
yeah,
I know. Alondra?
Alondra's tough.
Okay.
Alondra's tough.
I used to be a Woodley Lakes guy every
I grew up there.
every
I
weekend,
lived there.
basically.
Was that 6 hours to get through that?
Nowadays, yeah. But I used
Oh.
to go Fridays like 11 a.m.
And you
back
just
in the
roll
day.
through.
Yeah, it wasn't roll through,
Yeah.
but you'd get in it in like 4.5. But now, I played there a couple years ago just for like old time's sakes. It took, like Bergie said, 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's a long day.
Man, it's probably been 20 years.
Do me one
since I-
favor, though. If you play or even hang out and go to Disneyland with Ron the Caddy,
Yeah.
the one thing you must ask him for, and by the way, you should ask, but he'll probably give it to you before you even ask him for it. You tell him you want to see the videos in his phone. That's all you say.
How much time will I need to
Well,
get through these?
Well,
I
you
think
won't
we've
need-
learned enough about Geeter by now that he'll enjoy the
Oh,
video.
no,
he'll love the video.
Also, Geet was on the AVP tour with some monsters. So you don't think
Lot of
that?
years.
Yeah.
A lot of years
No,
on the
but Ron
AVP
the
tour.
Caddy is a different level. I
He's a
think.
South Bay elite. He knows how to behave. He's all about the six man. He's all about that.
By the way, Beto kind of came in and took over the Lindsay segment.
Which I love.
To the Beto segment. But now let's do the
Yeah,
Lindsay
let's do the
segment.
Lindsay segment.
let's
Better
do it.
stay right where you are.
Sorry about that, Lindsay. We all got
Oh, it's
excited
okay.
because Beto came in.
Back to you, Lindsay.
Okay, back to me. All right. So, a restaurant in Austin, Texas, is letting customers pay whatever they want, and it's actually working. So, it's an upscale Italian restaurant called Leacca d'Oro.
Stunad.
And they've been running a weekly promotion where diners can eat whatever they want, pay whatever they feel is fair. The owner started the Pay What You Will last December as a response to rising food costs and fewer people dining out because of inflation. So one table of 4 ordered a full spread of pasta, mozzarella, focaccia for a fraction of what it normally costs, but the restaurant says that this model is actually working and they plan to keep it going. I guess the idea is that what they spend on food, the cost of food and what they spend to keep everything stocked, they're better off having customers come in and pay a lower price than no customers coming in at all. So if this concept came to LA, let's say it came to like a restaurant here in downtown LA, would you go in and pay like full price, a little less, or be honest, would you like totally lowball it?
You're talking to Cappy.
Yeah, but Cappy also talks about how he wants to, he wants to be fair to people in the service industry and stuff. I know he doesn't like tipping, but, restaurant owners.
Well, here's what I would say. For me, here's what I would do. I go into this restaurant and I say, okay, this restaurant is considered to be comparable to this restaurant. Okay? So, for example, if I were going to go to a steak place, right? Now we're going to go to Fleming's downstairs here. I'd say Fleming's is comparable to Mastro's, right? I mean, it's a steak restaurant. One steak restaurant, another steak restaurant. So I would say, I walk in, I say, I want the filet. Then I said, okay, well, how much would it normally be? Because there's no prices. Well, how much is it at their competitor? So let's say the filet, I'm making it up, is $50. I'm using round numbers, okay?
Ain't no $50 filet in downtown LA.
Let me rephrase
We're
it.
gonna sit.
80. Let's say $80.
It's $104 for the prime rib.
Oh,
okay?
come on. Don't take a shot at me.
Okay, no shot.
There was no price on the menu.
That's my point.
Oh, you're going no price menu spots?
Right, he went
Whoa.
to
That's what I said.
This was just for
Chicago.
this was just for the special, and the prime rib was the
Chicago.
special.
And he didn't even ask how much it cost. Like, I would ask,
Well, I figured it was in the ballpark, and that wasn't the ballpark.
Hey,
I
take
thought
care
it
of
was.
that thing. Take care of that thing. No problem.
So, okay. So I say, okay, this steak at this place is $50. Okay. And now I'm at a place where they're not going to charge me. They're not going to tell me the prices. I can pay them whatever I want to. I'm going to pay them less than the comparable restaurant down the street for the same product because they're giving me that option. But because I'm going to pay them less for the food, now I'm going to make it up in the gratuity.
You're going to tip more.
Correct.
Okay.
Don't you think that's fair?
I'm with that.
Okay. That seems fair.
Peter, how about you?
I'm a tipper. Yeah, I like that.
Well,
you just sold me.
What would be your approach to this situation? I know what Beto's going to say.
Beto,
if it's
go.
free, then it's for me.
Give me 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it's free,
give me 3.
I have a similar approach. I actually like that same thing. I'm with you.
Right. You go to an Italian restaurant, you're going to get linguine and clam sauce at this place, but then they're not giving you the price, but you look at a comparable Italian restaurant down the street, they got linguine and clam sauce for $35. You're like, you know what? I'll pay $25.
That's what Damone said. Well, the lady who had the linguine
Right?
and clam sauce.
Now, does
Damone,
anybody
just went Fast Times?
Does anybody know the Damone reference?
Please, God,
Anybody,
tell me
please. The
Is
Damone
that from
reference.
Stripes?
No.
Lindsay!
Do you know the movie Stripes?
No.
No, just say no. Just say
Stop.
no.
Yeah, just no.
But he gave us a Fast Time reference.
Yeah.
That's good.
What's
See the
that
linguine?
hat you're wearing?
What do you want? Cheap
LA
trick
Golf.
tickets?
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice hat.
Yeah, where were you for cheap trips? My dad's got an awesome set of tools. But Lens, I will tip, and above tip. I am
But
actually
you're going to do the food, you're just going to be like, I'll give him a couple bucks.
No. You got to be comparable with it because
Yeah.
it's karma.
You be fair.
It's karma.
I'm going in fair for sure. I just,
Fair.
I don't want to go low.
Because
but
you go something like that, it's going to come back to you another way where you pay $100 or $104 in this case, and then the food's going to be bad.
And guess what? It was not worth $104.
What'd you get?
Prime rib.
For $104? Nah.
Yeah.
Market
You
price.
go to Lowry's, man. They got some good ones.
And a salad.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, I'm going to do one more just because I'm going to put to bed the stinking Cavs season and play what James Harden said when they asked him about their team. Here's what he said in the postgame presser last night.
I can't even answer that question, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was 4-0, but I don't think we had a chance as far as our best shot, you know, from a standpoint of the circumstances. You know, obviously they dominated us 4-0, but yeah, I don't know if I can necessarily answer that question. Just because genuinely I do feel like we are the better team, but you know, series-wise, you know, it didn't show it. So tough question to answer.
Okay, come on. Really? You just said that we're the better team when you just got swept and embarrassed?
Yeah. You lost by 40.
Right. And then they also, game one, blew a 22-point lead. How is he going to say that? What is wrong with James Harden? I hope that scumbag doesn't ever come back.
Nice job, Liz.
Nice job. Wow.
Going all in on James Harden.
Wow.
Lindsay, is it safe to say they were the better team for only 3.5 quarters? I mean, every other quarter
Analytically, you know.
belonged to the New York Knicks.
Statistically, analytically.
Kenny Atkins said they won all those
They
games.
won. No, yeah.
Yeah, they won. So
really, we're up 2-1, guys.
Actually, we got a game 5 coming up tomorrow. So get ready.
But they sucked in game 6, and that's what cost them the next
Exactly.
series.
So they're going to play game 5. They're just going to cancel and skip game 6 altogether, and they're going to jump right to a game 7, and then they'll be okay.
Wow.
We're going to the
all in
finals,
on
guys.
James Harden.
Good job.
Atkinson fired.
Well, he needs to be fired.
We went from tipping and what kind of value we're putting on the food
Yeah.
to
Scumbag.
absolutely
Right.
get that scumbag out of here. That hack.
James Harden, good
Basically
tipper.
called him a donkey.
Wow. Lynn's aggressive today.
That was good. I like
First
it.
she wants to trade
Man.
Luka. Now she's got James Harden as a scumbag.
I get it from my dad.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Cleveland feels like you.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And that's the Lindsay segment for today. Well
That's
done.
a good
Lindsay.
one.
That was a
That's
Each
a
weekday
damn
at
good one.
9:30 a.m., by the way,
Absolutely
the
correct.
Sedano and Cap Morning Show, always made possible by the personal injury attorney of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, Jacob Emrani. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 800-345-6789.
Big Dan.
That's 800-345-6789,
Big
or call jacob.com.
Keith's just looking at me like, what the hell was that noise? What
Yeah, we
was
do the
that?
6-7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day. For Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. Persevere, Cappy, persevere. There is a delicate balance between being willing to stick something out and a willingness to make changes. You need the wisdom to know when to quit and when to stay right where you are. So if you feel like quitting, don't do so impulsively. Instead, check in with your wisdom. If you're quitting too early, remind yourself to persevere, Cappy.
Lindsay, this would have been a great don't sweat the small stuff for your Cavs. That would have been a good pregame speech yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, don't quit. Persevere. And then what did they all do?
They quit.
Bunch of quitters. Bunch of dogs.
It is time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by our friends at Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 01915212, Cappy.
So I realize this was a holiday weekend. A lot of people kind of emotionally, mentally take a little time off, check out a little bit. But over the weekend, lots of sports were going on, right, Bergie? We talked about the Dodgers over the weekend and the weekend that they had against Milwaukee and then the win last night against Colorado.
Oh, I got a Roberts bobblehead for you, Chris. Last night's game.
Really? You went?
You did? Yeah, I went last night. I'll go get it in the car.
I can't bust it anymore.
No,
though.
but it's for you to put a shrine.
Oh, that's a good idea. Put it in his
Or
office.
Cappy can put it in his house.
What if I kiss his feet before every show?
You should.
That's a pretty good idea. Rub his belly,
Sure.
maybe just a little something for good luck.
All right.
So there's the Dodgers this weekend. There's obviously lots of NBA, the playoffs and, everything that's going on. We're headed towards the championship. And there's sports going on, right? But I want to ask everybody this question. Did you see what was maybe considered the biggest sporting event of the weekend on Saturday night that took place in Las Vegas? Did anybody catch any of
the
this?
enhanced games
that
nobody
games.
watched?
The enhanced games.
A lot of money spent on that.
Have you ever
Big
heard
flop.
of the enhanced
No,
games?
you were telling me about it.
Okay. The enhanced games are where you can do whatever you want to your body.
They did it at Resorts World. They built the whole arena for it.
Right. So they built a pool, a weightlifting area, and then a track for speed for guys to run.
So basically, do any PED you want.
Any steroid you want, and also any sort of thing that you want to do to your uniform to help you. So, for example, in the Olympics, I don't know if you remember, this is probably back in 2000, whatever. What year was it? In Beijing, I think, where there was the controversy about the swimmers wearing the body suit. Was there more buoyancy to it, et cetera? So you could wear that, and you could take whatever steroids you want to take. You can take whatever testosterone, whatever peptides. And the reason is because the organizers of the event, what they're trying to tell the world is, if you take this testosterone or you take these peptides, you're going to perform that much better in your life.
Better than the Olympians.
Right. So you can take these things. They're fine. Take them. Take whatever you want.
And on the screen, it shows what you're taking. So on the screen, it'll say Chris
here's
McGee,
Beto,
CSUN, and then all the drugs you're on.
Right. Now, here's the weirdest part of it all. Here's the weirdest part.
Do recreational drugs count?
They want enhanced.
Right. These are all performance-enhancing drugs. So if you want to take steroids, take whatever you want. You want to take testosterone, something that might be banned in another sport?
Everything you get in Tijuana Pharmacy, boom, bring it across.
In fact, there was an SNL bit many, many, many years ago where they did the all-drug Olympics.
The arms.
Right? And the arms come flying up. And I think it was Phil Hartman who said something like, in these Olympics, we actually encourage you to take all these different drugs. So that's what this is. This is a drug-induced Olympic event. And one guy, anybody
Did you watch?
I went back and watched on YouTube because here's why. There's a guy on Game of Thrones. His name on the show is The Mountain. Do you guys, everybody here know who The Mountain is?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Big guy, 6'7", 300+ pounds.
6'7".
Massive dude, right? This guy is a world-class power lifter, and he was trying to lift a deadlift of 1,100 pounds.
Jeez.
And he was going to set the world record at 1,100 pounds. And he's on every drug possible. Horse tranquilizers, you name it, he's on it. And he couldn't do it. He could not actually break the world record, which I think he actually set at another time in his career. The only world record now these are not people in their prime. This is not Carl Lewis in his prime gets all pumped up with stuff, right? These are all guys past their prime. The only world record broken in the enhanced games this weekend was the 50-meter swimming freestyle.
That's it.
By a 1/1,000,000th of a second.
And that person didn't even take the drugs.
That person was clean?
They were not enhanced.
Basically ends the enhanced games after one.
I saw Emmanuel Acho, who hosted it.
Oh.
He tweeted about it and said that, I guess it ended up turning into personal best because nobody was breaking any records, and it was a total flop.
Right. You would have thought that all these drugged-up athletes would have shown up. Again, everybody's got world-class credentials. Now they're pumping themselves up with all this stuff. They're going to come in, and they're going to be able to do things that their body never could do 5 or 10 or 15 years ago, and none of it happened. None. The enhanced games.
What an amazing idea that completely flops.
What a concept. Imagine if Major League Baseball, if there was a spinoff and every player was taking steroids, you would think everybody's going to hit 75 home runs.
Yeah, home run derby.
Right. And then all of a sudden it shows up, and the guy who leads the league in home runs has like 30.
Well, I read a story about this. Joe Pompliano, who does a business Substack, he wrote that this was mostly for the pharmacy companies.
Correct.
To
sell
say,
their
hey,
stuff.
sell their stuff,
Right.
sell their stuff.
Yeah.
We don't care if it flops. There's so much money, like $500,000 invested from certain people, and then they were giving away prizes if you break a record. And it's more of, hey, this is what this drug can do. Here's what this can do.
Let's
but
say
it's
it
not
worked,
for the
Beto.
young.
Let's say it worked. What would happen to these people 2 years from now?
So
That
here's
would be
thing,
the
though.
30 for 30.
It's not aimed at prime athletes in their 20s. It's aimed at us, weekend warriors, late 40s and the 50s. I still think I could do a triathlon, but I need a T shot. Hey, I need HGA shot. Here we go. And that's
Exactly
who was
right.
watching it.
And it was honestly like,
Because I was looking at it like, what do they got?
Conceptually, it was brilliant. It just didn't work so well.
Ego games.
But the guy who broke the world record in swimming, and again, by like a millionth of a second, this guy won $2 million. One was for, I think, winning the race, and the other $1 million was for actually breaking the world record.
Hey, good for him.
So,
I mean,
should he be allowed to even play in it if he wasn't enhanced? If you're not enhanced, you shouldn't be allowed in the enhanced game.
They said that it was not only supported, it was encouraged, but they just wanted people to be in it.
He was a Greek swimmer by the name of Christian. I'm not going to be able to say his last name. Kolomev, or I don't know. Anyway, I didn't realize that he wasn't enhanced. Actually,
Yeah, that was what they said.
Cap is enhanced every morning.
Every morning, peptides, T shots, HGH, you name it, I'm on it.
How's that working?
Not so good.
It's been a live imaging Tuesday. Thanks to our friends at Providence. Geeter, great job. Beto, great job jumping in just to say hi. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Shit out of. We'll be back tomorrow, live from OKC for a windy Wednesday. Have a great day, everybody. Welcome back from the holiday. The Rich Eisen Show now. We'll talk to you at noon on YouTube, too, for Mason in Ireland.